What's up, everybody? Welcome in.
Hello.
Hello.
Anybody in chat, keep an eye and let me know if there's a problem with the audio. That would be appreciated. Let me make sure it all looks good on this side. It does. So hopefully you can hear us and it's all going well. Anyway, welcome to our Valentine's Day stream. We are playing some Fiasco tonight. With me is Adahara.
Hello.
That side? Nope, that side.
Yeah, right.
Frodo
Hello.
and Patient Zero.
Hello, everyone.
You probably recognize them all from various one-shots and things that we've done recently and over the past couple of years. Do you guys have anything you want to plug? Nothing offhand?
Shades of Scarlet on Saturday.
That'll do it for our announcements.
Right. Solo but not alone. We're currently supporting them. And I know nothing about this charity because my brain is a blank. But we can't donate directly. So I think we have a plug somewhere in the chat. There we go. There it is.
Yay!
You can donate to them from there. And
it's $10 and you get more than 100 RPGs, which is awesome. And the money goes to suicide prevention. So it's a good cause. So the playset for Fiasco we will be playing is called Knights of Our Lives. And it's written by a great number of people. I'm not going to list them all off, but I will put them all in the show notes. The core game Fiasco is a bully pulpit game made by Jason Morningstar and is awesome. And without further ado, I think we're just going to get into it. You guys should figure it out as we go. So hopefully there's no problems or complications. I will ask all of the players to roll a series of dice, 2 of whatever their white dice is and 2 of whatever their black dice are, and then tell me those totals, and I will put them into the spreadsheet, and we'll start developing our characters and relationships.
Yeah.
I liked your panic sound that you had there.
I inevitably always have one fall off the table.
That's an auspicious start.
Yeah, I got some real middle nothing rolls.
That's
that doesn't really matter here.
Right,
but if it did matter, I would have wasted all of my good rolls right now.
In your opening ones?
Yeah. You me both.
Going for that 6 Yahtzee.
Right.
It's a little close.
All right, Ada, what are your black dice?
5 and 3.
Okay. And Frodo?
3 and 1.
And Patient Zero.
Double 6s.
Nice. That's a great opening roll. Am I deleting things? There we go. I was creating far too many spaces. All right, and white dice. Ada?
Double 6s.
Nice. Frodo?
2 and 3.
2 and 3, and Patient.
6 and 4.
6 and 4. Patient, you rolled 3 6s?
Yep.
Good job.
You beat me.
All right.
It's the most extreme dice rolls to start.
Right. So we are going to take turns picking a die to define relationships that we have with each other. And so the first die you pick will define a category. And the second one defines more specifically what that means. So, for example, if you chose a 3, you would get the family category. And then if either you picked the second die or the person you're relating that to picked the second die and picked, I don't know, members of the same clan, then you would be vampires of the same clan. So we will start with Ada. You want to pick a number.
Any number?
Yep.
From the list?
Any of the number off the list.
And does it matter if it's black or white?
It at this point does not.
I will take a 5.
All right. So we will mark a 5. So, Ada, you have a workplace relationship with another player.
Do I choose who?
Not yet. We will define that as we figure out more about the characters.
Okay, sounds good.
Frodo?
Let's go with a 3.
Nice. Middle of the road 3 back there.
I rolled
And
it, I'll take it.
that is a family relationship with one of the other characters. Patient Zero?
Let's take one of those black sixes.
All right. Knocking a 6 out there. That means you have a business relationship with one of the other characters. And I will pick a 1 so that we get variety in there, which means my relationship with somebody else is obligation. And then we will go around again and decide what type of obligation that is. Or not obligation, but what type of relationship it is specifically. So, Ada, if you want to pick another one.
Oh boy. I'll go for a 2.
2. So, let's see. You had workplace.
Mm-hmm.
You and another player are employee supervisor.
One of us is, or
Yeah, one of you is the
they're both-
employee and the other's the supervisor.
Okay.
So we'll decide who is which. Frodo, if you want to go ahead and pick a die.
Let's see. I will go ahead and take a 3.
Double 3s.
So, Sire and Thrall.
All right.
Am I supposed to be looking at the sheet, or am I supposed to just be picking numbers at random?
Looking at the sheet to know what we have left, but luckily we had 3s left, so it worked out. So yeah, you have a Sire and Thrall relationship with another player. I'm sure I misspelled Thrall. That's okay.
You did. There's no W.
It's right there too. I'm like looking at
How about I do this?
it. Hey, thanks, buddy. Patient Zero, you want to pick a die?
Let's grab one of the 4s.
One of the 4s. All right. So you had a business relationship and a 4. One of you is an addict and the other is a dealer. And I will pick a 6. And I had obligation, and it's I don't understand it, but my obligation to this person is because they will never let me go. So I am under the control of somebody else. All right, so now for the next bit of picking numbers, you can pick either a need, a object, or a location. It does suggest that we end up with one of each, at least. So, which category would you like to pick, Ada?
I'll go for object.
Okay, and a die.
Let's do 4.
4. We had one more 4. You're right. So your object is categorized as from the shadowed mists of time.
Ominous.
Yeah. All right. Frodo?
So, am I picking one of the needs, or is it a location, an object, or a need?
It's either a location, object, or need. It can be
Cool.
any of
Let's go location,
them. Okay.
and I'll take a 5.
A 5. So, ooh, magical sights. And patient.
Let's go. Let's go with a need. We haven't had one of those yet.
All right. We got a need for you and a die type, or a die.
Number 3.
Number 3, to get back.
To get back as in to return?
It can go
So-
either way, usually.
Yeah. All right, and
Vengeance.
I will pick an object because that sounds fun, and I will get a 6, which is, I have to figure out what that is. From the workplace. So I'm assuming I'm probably part of the employee supervisor relationship, but we can talk that through here in a moment. All right, so now you are going to define your thing that you just picked. So Ada, if you want to pick one more die.
I'm going to steal a 6.
Okay, from the mists of time, number 6. You have the feathers of Moloch, the first angel of the Zadid. You have an angel feather. Frodo?
So a 2, a 3, or a 6.
Yep.
Big numbers. Let's go 6.
6. The magical site that you will probably be interacting with is a fairy ring. And patient.
I'm going to take number 3.
I'm really sad that you didn't pick 2.
I was tempted.
You want to get back to being a normal human again. And I am left with the number 2, which means my workplace object is an important parcel. All right, yeah, now is when we define what these relationships mean. Does anybody have any thoughts on how their relationship works with other people? I'm honestly thinking I'm probably the dealer and the employee, but I'm not positive.
I mean, that makes sense to me.
So with the dealer and the employee, you could also add like a third layer above that as like a sire and thrall. Like supplier to dealer would be sire to thrall in a way.
Right.
I don't remember how many links we're supposed to have.
So you need a minimum of 1 link.
Okay.
Each player has to be linked to at least one other person, but we should all be linked to somebody. So I should not be linked to everybody as much
That's
as I
fair.
want to. But actually, because my relationship is obligation, they'll never let me go. Sire Thrall makes a lot of sense also. So what if you're my sire? And we
Okay,
can
but you
work
have
out...
to refer to me as sire the entire time.
Yeah. Yes, sire.
Yeah.
All right.
Sires.
So my obligation is to you. Patient or Ada? Who do you think your relationship is with?
Well, I've got employee and supervisor.
Yeah. What if you're Frodo's supervisor and Frodo's nice?
Just a multi-level corporation going on over here.
Yeah.
Supernatural
It's a
pyramid
It's a
scheme.
pyramid scheme.
That works for me. If we're good with that.
Yep.
Yeah.
So you're my supervisor?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, patient. Who is the dealer addict?
Think just to add like a little bit of extra dynamic there. Games, you could be the dealer since you've got like the hookup and you've got that extra like
Okay.
connection to some other stuff because get to fund
Thank
your
you for the
science
hydrate.
lifestyle somehow.
Oh.
Right.
So the dealers aren't pushing through me either because I'm buying or I'm using. Or maybe both.
Okay.
So then we will try to incorporate our object location and needs into what we're doing. What I'm seeing here is kind of what we were talking about, a supernatural pyramid scheme. Because Ada has some angel feather. Frodo is clearly a vampire.
What?
Shh. Can't tell them that.
I
prefer
I
creature
am,
of the night, thank you.
Oh, I apologize. That was very rude of me. I'm your like ghoul that does your bidding. And patient, how are you fitting into this? Are you just like a human that's kind of caught up in all of this?
Well, no, I'm apparently some sort of like supernatural being because I works with my need.
Right.
Yeah. Maybe just I don't know some other supernatural creature that just got hooked into the drug game.
All right.
That or you got in vampire lore, can vampire thrall create their own thrall?
It depends on your definition of thrall.
Oh my
If thrall
god.
is a young vampire, which I've seen, then yes. If thrall is just a ghoul, then no.
Here's my pitch, and tell me what you guys think. But what if? Okay, so I am a thrall, but I'm selling you the drug. I'm selling you is vampire blood because even though you're human, it gives you super strength and all that stuff, but it has terrible negative qualities also. And so you're like, man, I really need to quit using all this vampire blood I'm drinking.
I miss the daytime, man.
Very like Cowboy Bebop bloody eye situation here.
Yes.
I told you about waking up before noon, man. It's better be important. I dig it. I like the sound of that.
Okay.
That makes sense.
This makes me the ice queen on the top of the pyramid, doesn't it?
Yeah, you don't have to be the ice queen. You could be very friendly. You never know.
Yeah, this is true.
Does anybody have anything they want to add at this time? Or do we just want to figure it out as we go?
You know me. I wing it.
Werewolf, high and coke. Oh my god.
Still not off the table.
That is not off the
Still-
table.
Still not off the table.
I mean, that could actually be really funny, specifically
Huh?
because then it's a werewolf buying drugs from a vampire.
All right, I'm in.
Works for me.
And so the way that we will do scenes, typically when you're playing Fiasco, you start with the person who grew up in the smallest town begins. I will go ahead and start the first one. But after that, we can either go in a circle, or if somebody has an idea for a scene, we can just move to them. But we each play out a scene. And you can either choose to resolve a scene or to set one up. If you're resolving a scene, you're letting the other cast members decide what the setting and the what's going on in the scene is. And if you are setting up a scene, you decide. But the person who did not decide is the one who gives out the die for the scene. So if you get a white dice in the middle of the scene, that means that it will end well for you. You will get your objective. If you get a black dice, that means it will end poorly for you. And in the first half, after you're given the die, each throughout the whole game, after others decide what die you're getting, you will resolve the scene in the manner that the die tells you, whether it works out or fails. And then in the first half, you give away that die to another player. And in the second half, you keep the die that you were given. So we'll play it through it and get a feel for that part. But basically, in the document we will vote for whether or not we think the scene is going to fail or succeed. We'll just type it in here. And then play it out that way. Also, chat, feel free to weigh in on if you think it's going to fail or succeed. We only have a set number of each die color, which is 2 per player, so we only have 8 of each die color. And when half the dice are gone, we move to the tilt, where everything goes horribly wrong for our characters, probably. So, yeah, yep.
Historically, the tilt has never gone wrong for me.
I will go ahead and take the first scene, and I will set the scene, which means you guys will be deciding whether or not it goes my way. And I think it is between me and my sire, and it is just as night is falling, and I need... My goal in the scene, I don't need to tell you this, but my goal in the scene is to leave to make it to sell drugs to the person who I sell drugs to, but I don't want to make my sire suspicious. So,
so I don't even know that you're selling drugs on the
I
side.
assume that you don't, but we'll find out. You may actually know.
You think I don't know, but I know you.
Yeah, that's the way it goes.
Yeah.
Vampire mind games.
So as you're rising for the evening, and we should probably name our characters. So I should probably type in a name. I think my name is Simon. Nice, normal human name.
I will be Emra.
Okay.
I'm looking up. I will be Charles Watson the Third.
Okay. And Patient, have you come up with the name yet, or are you still working on it?
You know what? Let's grab just that little right there.
All right.
Fancy drug addict with a very fancy name. Amadeus.
Amadeus.
Now that song's gonna be stuck in my head all night.
That's where I was at. I was like, oh no. I'm just... Don't say it. Don't say it. We're all thinking it, but don't say it.
If I was games, I would be singing it already. So, you know.
Right. I'm just thinking in my mind, demonetization. Morning. How goes it, friend? All right. So, right. As you're rising for the morning, I come into the room. Sire.
Ah, yes. What a lovely evening. We have so many plans. So many plans.
We have plans this evening.
Oh, a great many plans. We've got to drink blood from the village down at the square. We have to drink blood at the village 3 towns over. We have to travel halfway across this land. It'll take all evening. It is going to be glorious. It's going to be a reputable bar crawl.
I thought that perhaps you would be thirsty when you woke up, and I took the liberty of bringing a townsfolk to the parlor if you'd like to drink them. But
Oh,
if you want,
poppycock. The fear. The fear has to be fresh. If they've been here, they've been here too long. They've been too afraid for far too long. It'll curdle the blood.
you want that I should show them out then.
Well, maybe push them off a cliff. I love watching them fall.
I can do that for you, sire. And you're thinking it'll probably take all the way to sunrise to get this done?
Well, halfway to sunrise to get out there, and then half to sunrise back.
Sure. Well, would you like me to go hitch the horses so that we may take horses instead of going out on foot? That would save us
No.
time.
You know we should never drink and drive.
Yes, you are 100% correct.
Besides that, half the fun of a journey is the journey itself, not the destination.
I didn't think of it that way. You are so wise. I better get to throwing them off of the cliff real quick, and then
Absolutely. Here, I'll join you. As I said, it is just so delightful to watch them fall and squirm and resist, and even sometimes try and escape. It's delightful.
yes. They are an elderly woman, so she probably won't fight much, but
Oh,
she has a little fight in her.
well, does she have her teeth?
Oh yes, she has her teeth and her husband's teeth.
Perfect. Let's liberate her of both.
Yes, you are correct, sire. Let us go to do that now. I'm going to call for a vote, but I think I know how that scene went. I think I just got it black.
You accomplished nothing.
Yeah, I tried so hard though.
But you didn't get very far.
No.
And in the end, did it even really matter?
No.
You didn't give yourself away though.
That's true. I did not let him know that I was going to sell drugs.
Maybe that you needed time to go do some drugs, but not that you were going to sell some drugs.
Right. I know. I should have got up just before sunrise. Okay, so we'll go ahead and resolve that scene as I failed that. I will give away my black die to Patient because, yeah, I think he's the one who's going to lose out on this whole drugs thing at the moment.
Yeah, I think you're right. I see nothing but bad things coming from this drug ordeal.
No, you might become a better person in the end. We'll see.
Who knows? Maybe right off into the sunset with the drugs and the money.
Ada, do you want to do the next scene?
Yeah, okay.
Okay. Do you want to set it up or okay?
Yes. I come knocking on a door.
Okay.
Charles's door.
Okay.
Ooh,
Uh-oh.
someone's in trouble.
Okay. All right. Is this before this? Is this after the last scene? Where are we at in time?
I'm going to assume this is right after the last scene, but for some reason my character's getting something ready or something.
You're throwing
pulling.
some
Got to
off a
pull the
cliff.
car around.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're pulling the teeth. All right. Yes. Who is it on this lovely evening?
Charles, darling. We need to talk.
Uh-oh. What is it that you wish to talk about?
Well, are you going to open the door and let me in or not?
I will open the door. However, please pardon my hesitance. I'm very shy about inviting people in. Please, Emira, how was your evening? What is it you wish to talk about?
Well, my evening has been absolutely a disaster, darling. See, there's so many things that we have a deadline for.
I see, but
Mm-hmm.
I had this night requested off on the schedule. It's on the master calendar. I'm sure you remember.
No, darling, you didn't get it approved.
I didn't get it approved. You approved it 3 weeks ago.
No, you never turned in the paperwork, so I couldn't approve it.
Oh, I thought the paperwork was just so that I could get it paid. See, I didn't intend to use my my paid time off. I intended just to request these off as in lieu of my regularly scheduled days.
Well, I can't approve it if you don't submit the paperwork.
Okay.
Come now, we have
do you happen to
templates
have
to
a
print
copy
up.
of these forms with you now?
It's too late. You need 24 hours notice.
You said that yesterday.
I didn't talk to you yesterday. You were printing pamphlets.
Right. The pamphlets. So, this deadline. What exactly is it you need me to do for this deadline? And when is this deadline? Because why do today what you can put off till tomorrow? See, I've got big plans to do the night crawl. You know, there's 3 towns, they're all lined up perfectly, and my plan was to go drinking from one to the other and then all the way back until they just kicking me out of town. You know how it goes.
Really, my dear, if you would just work during the day, this wouldn't be an issue.
You know, me and the sunlight just don't get along. It's the pasty white skin. It ruins my complexion.
Yeah, please, as if your complexion could possibly get better by staying in the dark.
It's the ultraviolet, you know. They just don't make sunscreen like they used to.
Yes, well, it's a disaster already anyway. But we have an appointment with certain people who will be giving us lots of money, and we need to look official for it. Remember?
But I'm already wearing my best robes.
You can print pamphlets in those best robes.
Fair. Why is it that you need me to do this? Couldn't you ask
Because
Balthazar down the
it is
road?
your job, dear.
To print pamphlets? That is beneath me.
Well, if you showed any adequacy at anything else, like actually convincing people to give us money, maybe I could give you a different job. But then again, remember that interferes with your whole I don't work during the day problem.
Right. Because for one to work at night, you give up some things such as a social life and interaction with most other people.
Exactly. And thus, you cannot talk to potential targets.
Right. What if I had other means of persuading them? Then would I need to print so many pamphlets?
If you bring me proof that you can convince these people to hand us their money, then perhaps we could cut back on the pamphlets. But they still need to be there and they need to look official, because even if you somehow pull off this brilliant scheme, you are not the only person selling these things.
Right. I have one more idea. Outsourcing.
If we're outsourcing pamphlets, then why am I employing you?
Well, you need someone.
You cannot convince people.
You need
You
someone
can't go
to
to
manage
meetings.
these pamphlet manufacturers. Perhaps we could set up a pamphlet printer in the
How
next
would
town
this
over.
change
And
anything other than me investing more money in more employees? Right now, I manage you and I pay you. If you would want to outsource, then I have to manage you manage them, and I pay 2 more people.
See, this is the way advertising works, though. We get more pamphlets printed by manufacturing them in other cities, perhaps in these 3 cities all in this straight line. I could do some marketing this evening. But the more pamphlets we print, the more income we would receive. Increased
And?
customer base. As customer base increases, we can justify the cost.
And that may very well be, my dear, but that still doesn't apply to tonight because I have meetings tomorrow.
Okay. You can go to those meetings. I'll go to the next 3 towns and investigate.
But
their
I
printing
still
presses.
need those pamphlets for tomorrow.
Right. I'll get them for you tomorrow.
No, you'll have them for me tomorrow morning.
I can do that. How many did you say you needed?
Dear, you're adorable. Really, you are. And I have a soft spot for you. But if you cannot remember simple things, why am I employing you?
My stunning complexion.
I need 5,000 pamphlets by tomorrow morning.
Right. 5,000 words. Pamphlets.
No, pamphlets. I thought we already covered the graphic design. Didn't you send that to me the other day?
Yes, I sent that to you through through who?
I sent you back notes.
Right. I must have lost them in my many emails.
Yes, well, I had notes, and
As
I need
always.
them for tomorrow.
Right. I will get on that immediately. Me and my my lackey.
I'm not
Well-
paying
well-
another person.
No. They are purely volunteer. They're the best
All right.
kind of work.
Very well then. You get this for me tomorrow, and you draw up a little plan of this outsourcing idea of yours, and we will talk about it in a couple days. But for tomorrow, the pamphlets, yes?
Right. 5,000 pamphlets tomorrow morning, but how do... Right. I'll figure it out.
Sounds brilliant. Sounds
Absolutely.
brilliant. Thank you so much, my dear. I will see you later.
As always.
I had initially voted white that you were going to get him to print the pamphlets, and then I switched my vote to black because I assume it was my job to print the pamphlets. So
that would track as a as an important parcel.
yeah.
Just like
Here, you need to take these.
So how does everyone else vote on that? White or black?
I vote white.
White.
I think overall she kind of got what you came out there to do.
I would say white because she is going to attempt to get them, and so far has an agreement.
she put the pressure on.
Right. Okay, well
The
then,
deadline
Anna,
is
you
set.
have a white die to give out to somebody.
I am going to give my white die to Patient because now he might actually have a chance of getting his drug deal.
All right. So some balance for him.
50-50, I'll sell my drugs.
All right. Frodo, do you have a scene?
Let's do. Hmm. Well, I'm tied up in all of this, aren't I?
So far,
Pyramid
yeah.
scheme. It's all just gonna go around and around and around.
Welcome to low-level management.
Well, and like initially, I was getting the feeling that your character lived in like a big Victorian castle, and I wasn't sure exactly the time period.
Me
But-
neither. That's why I was like, yes, my emails
To be fair,
in my castle of Ravenloft.
you could be stuck in the castle era mentally.
Right, but now I assume
years, you
we
know.
live in like a split level ranch, like a split level, like normal middle income home.
Just a duplex.
Yeah.
And still dressing like a full like goth vampire. Oh, I know people like that.
I have been one of those people, so yeah.
I couldn't tell by the posters behind you.
Right.
All right, so I guess it would probably be between Simon and Charles.
Okay.
And Simon, I'm going to say that you're in the next town over.
Okay. You've sent me to the next town over.
Yeah.
Okay. Are we talking via phone, or is this just at the beginning of the scene?
Actually, let's do a 3-person scene.
Okay.
Charles and Amadeus are on their way to the next town over
Okay.
to come and talk with you about getting some printing done.
All right.
So, ring, 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 ring. This is Charles calling Simon.
Okay. Yes, sire.
Hello, good evening. How are you? How's the wife? How's the kids? How's the family? Do
Hydrate.
you have a family? Do you have wife, kids? It's unimportant. Anyways, I've got very important business to attend to, and I need so much for your help.
Yes, sire.
Hydrate and posture check.
Thank you.
As you know, I may have requested some pamphlets from you. I believe you should have received the emails that I forwarded, correct?
Yes, you had me make 3,000 pamphlets to be ready by tomorrow.
Ooh, see, that's the thing, is the quota's been increased. It's now 5,000 pamphlets.
Yes, sire. I shall endeavor to fix this error in my judgment. I apologize for the
Come along,
inconvenience.
Amadeus. Yes, and you did take into account the notes, is that correct?
Yeah, after I did the graphic design on it, I forwarded it, as you said, to Imra, and I was told that I needed to make it more the color blue, and so I took that into account when designing it.
Yes, but when adding more blue, did you add more of the dark blue or the sky? Please, Amadeus, please keep up.
So the note very specifically said that it was the essence of what blue means and not the color blue. So I went with kind of a medium blue.
Gotcha. So kind of like in a blue phase, so to speak.
Yes.
That chap sure was tasty. Amadeus,
What?
what is with that racket? What are you doing?
Walking. My shoes don't fit.
Why don't
Okay.
your shoes fit?
No, that's a very good question. No, I don't think we have time for that right now. Look, you said
All
that
right.
you had something for me to do.
Yes, we're going
Smoking
to.
in one hand and drinking in the other.
Yes, Amadeus, you and I, we are going to go visit my pal Simon. He's over here in Cleveland. He has a printer that we are using.
And you want me to steal the printer?
No, I want you to help support me in getting these pamphlets made. So I don't need you to steal his printer. I need you to steal another printer.
Okay, I'm with
As
you
we
so
all
far.
know, two printers print twice as fast. Simon, how many of those pamphlets do you already have printed?
The 3,000 that you had asked for.
Look, I'm going to need you to start printing another 1,000. We'll be right over with another printer. And I need you... Amadeus! We need
What?
to get you some new shoes that fit. What are those things laced with?
You don't want to know.
Anyways, Amadeus, why are you here? Didn't you say you were heading this way too?
Yeah. I got a thing that I need to do with the guy. Can't
Well,
say who.
Look,
Thing.
as long
Very,
as you
very
can
important thing.
as long as you can get another printer to Simon as soon as possible. See, this all puts a wrench in the whole drinking plan.
Tell you what, you give me like $200, I can just go like down to the Kinko's and they can do it for me.
By morning,
Yeah, man, they do that shit all the time.
it is 10 o'clock in the freaking evening.
Yeah, man. You ever had to actually get a bunch of pamphlets for like a rave in like a really short period of time? Fucking Kinko's. You put like an extra 50 of them there and you tip them real well, they'll run that printer at like double speed, make sure you get your shit like 15 minutes early.
You see, but the thing is that this whole operation functions off the back of these pamphlets. If we're printing them at double speed, they're going to have all those little lines in between. It's not going to print well.
Man, are you judging fucking Kinko's? I start
Look,
pulling
I'm
out a
just saying
pamphlet
the
from the
last
back of my
time I
pocket.
had
Look at
things
this shit
printed,
here.
I asked
This is
for
fucking
gloss,
Kinko's right
and they
here. This
gave
look
me
like
matte.
mine to you. It's got like creases and stuff like that from being in his pocket for like days on end.
Exactly. My guy Simon, he is fantastic. Aren't you, Simon? This whole
Yes.
thing's like on speakerphone, but it's not quite the polite. Hey, you're on speakerphone. I just want to let you know this guy and I are both here. I'm very much having two separate conversations at the same time.
All right. Yeah. Yes.
Right.
No. I'm a fantastic printer. Though Kinko's isn't a bad idea. It would still allow you to go drinking.
You see, the thing is when you're in a upper level management position, we need quality. And as much as I appreciate Kenko's and the dastardly performance that they provide, I can trust Simon to get the job done and get it done right. He's got one of them big fancy printers that you always see in the offices.
I bought it from Kinko's.
Right, but he knows how to run it better.
Yes, sir.
You wouldn't have bought it from Kinko's had Kinko's not been trying to sell it. So
That Kinko sucked.
exactly. This is why I like you.
Like me?
Amadeus.
What? You like me?
No. Why are your... You keep tripping because your pants are practically around your ankles. I don't understand your... Anyways, go ahead and get
The
started.
shoes have come off by this point or over his shoulder.
Over his shoulder now, over a telephone line later.
No way. That's where I keep my drugs.
That's the sign.
Anyways, text me the printer information. We'll get you another one. Go ahead and start printing. How long is it going to take you to get me 2,000 more copies?
I can have 2,000 more copies in about 3 hours.
On one printer?
Yeah. Yes.
Impressive. I'd like to see your Kenkos do that, Amadeus.
Give me
Right.
$200 so we
we'll
can
be
actually
right
put it
over.
to the test. Cheap bastard.
And he just hangs up.
Throw my pants over my other shoulder.
I'm gonna say that black dye probably.
What is this business that is built off the back of the pamphlet industry?
See,
It's
all the
built off
pamphlets
of
are
everything I've seen about scams on Burn Notice and nothing else.
just secretly taking all of your pamphlets and lacing them with LSD.
That's what it is.
Bought shoes from a drug dealer. I don't know what they were laced with, but I've been tripping all evening.
All right. How does everyone vote on that one?
I vote black just because I was making things difficult.
I see. I'm torn because he's making progress on his plan, but
Sure.
it's still very shaky. Yeah, I'm gonna go black.
Okay. So Frodo, you have a black die to give away to any other player.
You know what? Just like anyone who works underneath someone else, you kind of want to see your boss fail a little bit. So that black dice is going to Emra.
Yeah. Seems fair to me. All right. Patient Zero, would you like to set a scene?
Yeah. Let's catch up with Amadeus and Simon.
Okay.
Yeah,
so
actually, yeah.
I'm in Cleveland at a printer.
Yeah.
At 10 o'clock
Amadeus
at
goes all the way to Cleveland somehow to deliver a printer.
Right. Okay. Yeah, sounds good.
Someone should like a bang on his door.
It's open. Come in.
Pause there for a moment and here's something heavy kind of like drop on the other side of the door, and then the door open, and then it closes a little bit later on as he kind of like struggles to get this printer through the door. Still no shoes, no pants, no nothing.
Yes, it's good to see you. You know, when I said I could do another 2,000 pamphlets in 3 hours, I may have been overestimating my potential.
Yeah, well, you know, your boss could just
This
charge
should-
you for these later, as I guess I win our bet. He just lays down like the stack of pamphlets that he got from Kinko's along the way. Just on principle.
Oh, thank God. All right. I suppose you'll probably hear about the stuff.
Yeah, man.
So I have your cocaine, but yes. He opens up his briefcase, and in the briefcase is one small bag of cocaine. Most of it's at home. This is my travel size. So
Yeah, I guess it'll barely take you anywhere, man.
yeah. I hope that this will be enough cocaine for now.
Well, he picks the bag up and kind of looks it over. Well, I mean, it's enough for me, but back in there. I don't know about the other people that I got waiting for a hell of a lot more than this. You know, you see, I don't want to like keep like those fucking chupacabras and those wendigos waiting, man, because they get really fucked up when they don't get their shit. And frankly, I don't either really want to get like my blood sucked out through. You know, I really don't ask where they go sucking your blood out of there, but I've heard some fucking stories, man. I'll tell you. This is what, you know what? No, I won't tell you. Those are going to give you fucking nightmares. And well, you know, it's just kind of goes on and on and on and on about these different groups that he's talking, that he's dealing
Simon
with.
keeps like almost interrupting, but not quite interrupting. Like, for being your drug dealer, he's a very meek individual. Yeah. I could probably get the rest of your cocaine within an hour or so, but I do need to keep my boss busy at the bar. Do you think that you could take my boss to the bar? It would probably mean that I could get your cocaine immediately.
There's like a long pause as though he's actually contemplating this idea. It's like, yeah, you know what? I can do that. As he snatches out the other bag and just stuffs it in the waistband of his underwear, forgetting he doesn't have pockets. yeah, man. If that's what you need, like, buy yourself some fucking time. I mean, I can like probably like hook this printer up so that you can get this like shit done in double time, so he really gets off your fucking back and buy like some more time to do what you need.
Yeah.
He's already going like try and hook this printer up.
I'm trying to picture a werewolf on cocaine hooking up a printer.
Surprising like degree of deftness and skill, despite like how wired he seems to be.
Yeah, I can go get your stuff right away for you. I apologize about the inconvenience, and I value you as a customer. Thank you for your patronage.
And not a problem. I know you're good for it. And frankly, the longer I stay away, there's a little bit longer I get to live, so they don't fucking tear me to pieces because they just show up without their drugs. So you know, it's a win-win for everybody.
Right. I'm not sure that chupacabra drink werewolf blood, though. They're known for goats, so you should be okay.
Yeah, I don't really want to like take my chances with that.
That's a valid concern. Okay. So yeah, I will go get that if you will drink with my boss.
Cool. Where's your boss?
So
I had to like go through 3 different apartments before I found this place.
Well, let me give him a call and see if he has made it to the bar yet.
Okay, cool. He sits back and just opens up the little bag of cocaine while he waits for the call.
Okay. I call Frodo. Ring, 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 ring.
Just what I needed to take that edge off. Now, if you're calling me, this must mean good news.
Yes, sire. So we're up to 3,900 pamphlets, and the others are printing immediately. However, Amadeus said that they would like to go to the bar with you to keep you company while I finish printing these, if that is acceptable. Where are you?
I'm already let's see. I'm back behind the bar on 7th Street.
I will let him know immediately. Thank you.
Don't tell him to meet me here. I'm already going to be on the move to the next one. It's going to be down on 24th Street. Then we're going to work our way further out and back in and make this perpetual ring of bars. It's going to be delightful.
Sure. That sounds great, sir. All right. I hang up. So it sounds like that he is going to be down on 24th and State Street, if that works for you.
Yeah. I think I can make that there. Hang on. Sticks his nose in the bag and just gives a heavy snort. Yeah, Yeah, I could definitely make it there now. Yeah, all right, yeah, 2016 and whatever that was. He's just gone. He's just gone with the address.
Okay. Let's call for a vote. Do we feel that Patient Zero got what he needed in that scene?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think that worked out pretty well. He's not being killed by Chupacabra, so
Not yet.
So, not gonna lie, I totally forgot that Patient Zero was not my thrall.
we're fixing it in post. It'll
Yeah,
work
it's
out
fine.
fine.
It's fine.
Yeah, he turns out he's my drinking buddy.
Yeah.
Perfect. That's why he was walking alongside me.
All right. So, Ada, do you also vote white?
Yeah, I do.
Okay. So, Patient, you have a white die to give away.
I'm gonna send that white die to Simon because I kind of want to see him succeed.
That was very kind of you. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. So we'll do one more round of scenes before we reach the tilt, which is the halfway point. At the tilt, we will take a short break and figure out exactly how the tilt has screwed us, and then we will come back to do the second half of the story. But let's do the second half of the first half. I am going to set a scene. So I would like to do a scene between me and Imra at the mansion. Well, the duplex we live in. I don't know why, but I assume Imra's still at the house, but she could be coming back to talk.
I think she's coming back.
Okay. All right. Yes, I opened the door. Imra, it's nice to finally meet you in person. Hello.
Oh, hello. Are you Charles's assistant?
Yes. I have a sample of the finished pamphlets, and they will be done before daylight, and the new order of 5,000 will definitely be ready.
She takes the pamphlet. Where's Charles?
Charles is seeing to the printing personally to make sure that they are done without flaw, because Charles really believes in the business and wants to see it succeed. And yeah.
I see. Well, this is absolutely the wrong shade of blue, but it's too late to fix that. People can't take notes. I need to talk to Charles.
Okay, I can get the message to Charles. What exactly is wrong with the shade of blue? This is the metaphorical meaning of blue, I believed.
No. I meant shine and sparkle. This is far too dull and ordinary.
Oh, shine and sparkle. What if
blue is life? It is life-giving, and this looks like wet pavement, to be honest.
Sure. I thought that green was more life-giving, but I know of some fairies who could make this blue shine and sparkle like
Please, dear. If I wanted fairies' help, I would ask them.
Sure. No, I understand. You're 100% right. So you want them completely redesigned by tomorrow morning?
I mean, you do say that Charles really cares about this, so of course he'll want to get it right, although I would feel better actually talking to him. Could you perhaps point me to the area where he is, working on these so hard?
Sure. Come right this way. He leads you into the parlor.
Oh, I've never actually been in the house before.
Yes.
It's rather tacky, isn't it?
Well, it's kind of Gothic modern.
American Gothic, if you will.
but there's just so much of it. Anyway.
Yeah, I will go get him right now. Just a moment.
Thank you.
I go off into the kitchen. Oh no. Yes. I peek my head back out again. It'll be just
She
1
gives a
minute
little
longer.
wave.
Feel free to be comfortable. Would you like a drink while you wait?
Do you have any sparkling cider?
I do. I have a magnificent sparkling cider.
Alcoholic or non-alcoholic?
I have it both ways. And you know, it's the time of evening for a nice alcoholic one, maybe. So, would you like?
Let me think about it.
Sure. I go back into the kitchen. I prepare an alcoholic and non-alcoholic one, and I put sleeping powder in both of them. Put them on a tray, and then come back out. Here, your drink. He is in the little bat's room. I'm using the restroom. He should be out in just a moment. On the right, the alcoholic. On the left, non-alcoholic. You can have either.
Let's leave them on the table.
Sure. Set them on the table.
This is very frustrating because I have tried so very hard to work with him, and he is just, I know he cares somewhat, but there's this whole thing about a bar crawl tonight, and to be honest, he just did not give me enough advance notice.
You misunderstood. He didn't mean like a direct bar crawl. It's more of a burrocool, which I apologize. My pronunciation's not good. But it's a very work-related thing. It's about networking and meeting people in the community to try to really branch out. It's all, even though he was asking for time off to do it, it was all in the spirit of the job. So
really,
he also speaks very highly of you.
You are adorable, but having spoken to him myself, I doubt all of that.
He is not, as much as he likes to believe he is very convincing, he has a hard time talking to people. So you'll have to forgive him for that, you know. So
I suppose. She picks up one of the drinks, it doesn't matter which one, and sips lightly on it.
So how long have you been in this business?
Me? Well, I mean, you have to understand it was much harder before the printing press.
Sure, I can imagine that.
I don't know. A couple 100 years. It's much easier now. People are so much more willing to give away money.
Sure.
Although now they do research on occasion, and that provides some complications.
Simon picks up the other glass and doesn't drink it, but is holding it gentlemanly.
Like Kronk in The Emperor's New Groove.
Right.
Supports it down his shoulder.
He my sire, Charles, was talking about maybe modernizing a little and perhaps like setting up call centers, because that might work.
The man can't even remember his name or the name for email.
Right. I'm just saying that
she pulls out a cigarette and lights it.
Just a moment. He goes and gets a antique ashtray and sets it down for you. Would you like a snack while we wait?
No, I believe I'm fine.
Okay,
Sips just a little. Where is he? Because if he is in this little bat's room, perhaps you should get him checked by a doctor.
Yeah, he has very concerning dietary needs, and so it's kind of we plan to get it checked out.
Yes, well, I would. This is abnormally long to wait.
Yeah. Well, maybe we drink to pass the time. He holds up his glass.
Does he pay you?
It's more of a work study program. I'm a free intern.
And how much of the designing and all this stuff that do you actually do?
Very little. Really, I just take care of the small details, and he does the bigger, more important parts.
But you're familiar with the process?
Yeah, I pay attention very closely to what he does. So.
Would you like to actually get paid?
No. Maybe if he had a raise, he would
No.
start paying
See,
me.
he's proven to be quite unreliable, and it's so frustrating for business. But you seem to know what's going on, so perhaps we could make a deal.
Perhaps. He holds up the glass again, like cheersing.
That's not a yes or no, darling.
It's one of those subtle yeses, but like we're more of a team. But I could definitely help as long as he wasn't in trouble in the process.
He wouldn't be in trouble. He would simply be out of a job.
Yeah. Well, let me go check on him. Just a moment.
Very well. She picks up the glass, downs it.
Okay. He goes into the kitchen and goes out the kitchen window. Do you guys want to vote on the scene? How well that went?
Yeah.
Not great.
That was an amazing scene. What are you talking about?
And we're voting how this goes for Simon, correct?
Yeah, did Simon achieve his goal, which was to pick up the cocaine? I am gonna retroactively
That was
say
the
I
goal?
remembered to pick up the cocaine.
I thought the goal was the pamphlets, or to cover for Charles for not being there.
Yeah, I was gonna say I thought that the I thought the important parcel was the pamphlets.
Nope.
It gets to be what he wants it to be.
That's fair. I guess if we're saying that the parcel is the drugs, that is very negative.
I don't know. He knocked her out.
He did
And-
achieve that goal.
Huh?
He did achieve
did.
that goal.
And he did pick up the cocaine.
And protected his boss's job, which I think is the most important part.
Yeah,
I'm
can
gonna
we
go
get
white.
an
hire
escape?
Simon?
I think I vote white. That was
I'll vote
that was,
white
that,
on
was, that was out there, but that was
Okay.
something.
Well, I'm gonna go ahead and give my sire that one white.
Why, thank
Um,
you.
I couldn't have done it without his support. Okay. Ada, would you like to set a scene?
Now you got me in a total conundrum because I am apparently asleep on a couch.
Yeah, but you can set it at any point in the story, so this could be after that or like an
This could be a
interstitial scene.
flashback to how we started.
Yeah.
Sorry, how you started your business and pulled me in. This could be anywhere.
Yeah, you could set this at any point. Or it could be when you wake up on the couch.
Mm.
I just needed you asleep enough I could escape.
This could all be a dream sequence.
Just light dosing.
Yeah,
15
this is
minutes.
a dream sequence.
Okay, I'd really like to do a scene with patient Xero. I think that would be highly entertaining. I just don't
Okay.
know where.
Maybe this takes place before patient
On your
Xero
trip
left.
over to the apartment,
Oh,
Okay.
you come across a druggie as you're going through Cleveland.
Man with no shoes and no pants.
All right. Where are we setting this? Is this indoor, outdoor?
I think it's probably
Kinko's?
on the street.
Okay.
Somewhere outside.
Perhaps
All right.
on your way to meet Charles.
Completely lost and heading the wrong direction.
Okay, so she's standing on the curb, looking at her phone, and
Amadeus is just kind of making his way along the street, stopping every few buildings, trying to look at the address, looking for it a little bit. Fuck! And moving down along the next one because he can't seem to find the building that he's looking for.
you over there.
Look
Yes,
around.
Yes, you. Come here, please. Come here, please. Yes,
So,
darling. You.
Looking to buy some drugs?
What?
Yeah, I mean, it's why you called me over here, right?
No. Are you local?
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
for the most part, yeah.
My Uber driver cannot seem to find this address, even though my location is right there.
I'm gonna look over the phone. Well, your
Is there
driver's
some
an idiot.
kind of dead spot here or something, or somewhere I could go that is more reliable, or any of those things?
Yep, Starbucks, like 3 blocks from here, has got really good Wi-Fi.
Okay.
And they're open super late. And as long as you at least buy like an Americano and a bagel, they'll let you stick around for a few hours.
Oh, Starbucks. Oh,
I mean,
very well.
Couches are open too. I mean, like, looks for a watch that isn't there. I mean, it's like at least 3 hours before the clinics get let out and all the all the zombies come along.
You realize you're not wearing pants, right?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
As I look over my shoulder to make sure I still have my pants. Anyway, Starbucks.
See?
Okay. Yeah, I understand about Starbucks. Thank you for that, by the way. But why are you walking around with no pants? Is this some event thing?
Well, I was tripping over my shoes earlier, and I took my shoes off as I pointed on my shoulder where there are no longer any shoes. And I'm still having trouble walking around in my pants because my pants were too long. Because I think my belt ran off again somewhere. So I figured I just throw them over my shoulder and I can walk a lot faster. And then when I get to where I need to get to, I need to be a place like Starbucks that doesn't let me go in without pants. I can just put my pants back on and I'll be good to go.
Okay.
Well, they won't let me in without my shoes either because that's. God damn it! I gotta go find my shoes.
But that might be advisable. This does not seem like somewhere you would want to walk barefoot. But it's each his own. Have you tried skirts?
No. But I'm also afraid of what might happen to me if I walk over vent grates.
Over what?
Vent grates, like that whole Marilyn Monroe thing?
Oh,
Yeah, I'm afraid that if I do, I wear a skirt, something will
That
happen.
almost
and,
never happens, darling. I promise you. It's just. Well, if your pants are too long, you can just get a shorter skirt.
Like a kilt?
Kilt will work, yes. They're
Yeah,
practically skirts anyway.
Yeah, but isn't that like a Scottish thing?
Well,
I'm not a Highlander.
Yes,
werewolf.
if you got the plaid, yes, it would be a kilt. But there are other kinds of kilts, or it would be Scottish kilt. There are other kinds of kilts that they make out of just denim or, khaki or things like that that are more utilitarian. And then it's not Scottish.
It sounds like pants.
No, it's still one piece, a skirt with nothing between the legs.
Yeah, no, I think I want that little bit of extra protection in there. And pants have pockets. I need
Oh, very well, dear.
pockets.
Have it your way.
It's the bag of cocaine just sticking out of the waistband of his underwear.
Let me ask you a question.
Sure.
If you had an employee who professed to be very interested in a job and yet did not deliver on time, what would you do with him?
We're talking like not deliver on time. We're talking like all the time, or is this like a one-time offense sort of thing? Because if they're just being late like once, it's kind of like something like
It is not every time, but it is fairly persistent. Say 1 out of 3.
You tried slapping the fool. I mean, when he fucks up, like whoever this is, if you're just try giving a real hard slap, just so they know you mean business.
You see,
Yeah, just like
I prefer
one good
not
smack
to
across the
touch
cheek.
people most of the time.
You're not touching them; you're slapping them. There's a difference.
But, well, I suppose I could wear a glove.
Yeah, now you're talking. You can put on the glove. Maybe if you really don't like, you can get a roll of quarters in there, so you can put a little extra weight behind it.
Ooh, but it sounds terribly savage, but perhaps necessary.
Yeah, man. It'll probably improve your odds from like 1 to 3 to 1 to 6.
1 to 6 is still not great, to be honest. I mean, I'm paying him money. Would you deliver on time if I was paying you money?
Generally, yeah, that's how my business model works.
Do you print things? Like pamphlets?
Yeah, actually, I pulled the pamphlet out of my back pocket. See, I got this thing at Kinko's right here. Great place if you want to get like flyers and stuff done. By the way, really high quality paper if you're just kind of like Anyway, that's a whole other story. But yeah, no, you can go to fucking Kinko's and they can like run like shit off for like $200.
The thing is that sometimes what I want printed shouldn't be seen by other people.
It's a long thought on how to answer that question. You know what? No, I don't think I want to know. But I also know that if you slip them like $50, they won't ask any questions.
Oh, that's good to know.
I've tried to ask them if they can print things upside down, but it always comes back facing up the right way,
No, I don't, but I'll take your word for it.
You sure you don't
what
want
is
any
your
drugs?
name?
Me?
Yes.
Oh, hang on. Get the wallet out of my pants. Apparently, I'm Amadeus.
It's a pleasure to meet you, Amadeus. You can call me Emira.
Nice to meet you.
Yes, you too. Do you have a way to contact you? I would like to talk to you about this Kinko's thing a little bit more, but I probably should be getting back to something.
Oh, hey, yeah, I got a meeting to go to, man. It's supposed to be this dude about this thing. What street are we on? I think I'm looking like 24th and 7th.
We're on 5th, and 24th and 7th. Those roads both run the same way.
Oh, yeah. Well, I guess I got twice the distance to go. And he just like turns around and keeps going.
Very well. Never mind.
I'd like to believe now that we've seen this scene that when you showed up at the door, you had a glove on.
Yes, absolutely.
Also, you're
wearing
trying
gloves.
to find my house that you've already been to once this evening.
Oh, no. I was waiting for an Uber to pick me up, and then I canceled the Uber and went back to your house to talk to you again.
Okay, so you got lost in the interim.
Yeah.
I did not get lost. I was waiting for my ride and decided to cancel it because I wanted to talk to you again.
Right, lost implies a lack of intention.
Amadeus was lost.
I'm gonna say white die. I feel like that went pretty much as well as she could have hoped it to go.
Yeah.
I'm going to say black die because, oddly enough, the opposite. Because it went about as well as. It went as well as one could have expected it to go, not as well as she wanted it to go.
Right.
She didn't walk away with drugs, but I think it was a win in Emery's corner.
Unless...
All right. So you're the tiebreaker. Is it a white or a black die? Patient.
Oh, that's for me. White. Sorry.
All right. So you have a white die to give out to somebody.
I'm going to give it to Simon.
Yay!
Because I feel very, very sorry for him.
All right. Frodo, would you like to set a scene?
I would like, instead of setting the scene, what was the other option called?
Resolving.
I will resolve the scene.
Okay. I feel like it takes place between you and Amadeus when you're probably leaving the bar on 24th and State Street. I assume I remember the address. And he is probably just arriving, I would imagine. How's everyone else feel about that?
Yeah, it makes sense to me.
Makes sense to me.
Okay.
All right. Amadeus, my old friend, how are you? I'm doing great.
Yeah, you and me both, bud. You and me both. Man, you have any idea how hard this place is to find?
Poppycock, never mind that. We're gonna go on down to the next one.
That way, or is it that way?
I don't know, man. You're my directions.
oh, you're funny, man. It's like,
Just tell me, where are the poor, desperate drinkers around this time? Not the ones here. They've all been drained dry, as it were. You're right. In this godforsaken town, we can wander in any direction and find the great ones. Come, walk with me.
Hitches up his pants over his shoulders and continues walking.
And somehow or another, Charles manages to trip over your pants.
It's kind of flapping behind me as I walk.
Why would you trip me like that?
Hey, man, you're the one who's not watching where you're going. Told you I have 2 left feet.
Man, I would give my right wing for about any kind of a drink, really. Come to the next bar. And as we stumble around, eventually we find our way to another bar. And, you know, tell me again. Oh, you're a good friend. How did we meet?
Well, see, there was that time down at that place, with the blood witches. Yeah, what was it?
All right.
Oh god, that drive-through place, the witches and this thing, man. See, you were there. You were there, and you were arguing with what's your face in the drive-through.
So glad there's two of you.
Yeah, I'm glad there's two of me too. So anyway, it was a time you go deal with the witches, and they fucked up your combo, man. You remember that? They fucked up your combo because you wanted the large drink, and they only gave you like the medium one, even though you get paid for it. And you were dealing with you had to go back. You had to deal with the manager, man.
No, I don't.
No, that was me. Anyway, we had to deal with that fucking manager. Is like that manager dude, right? He came in here like, no, man, this is what you paid for. And I was like, no, this is what I wanted, but this is what I got. See? And it just wouldn't give me the cup. And eventually, I had to dish out that extra, what was it, $1.75 to actually finish out the actual drink size.
This bar bores me. Where's the next one? It doesn't matter as long as they're in a ring. There's plenty to, yeah. As long as we finish where we started.
You're looking for a crawl, right? Well,
right. But like not like a straight out and back. I want to. It's circular.
Sir.
See, as of right now, I'm having a difficulty going in a straight line. So if it's kind of a rounded ring, as it were, like a fairy ring.
I don't know much about fairy rings, man, but certainly got some. It's like I've certainly got something that'll be in a straight line as it kind of takes a moment to start cocaine on his finger.
Fairy rings.
It offers it out there.
No.
Come on, man.
But do you know what fairy rings have? They have mushrooms.
I know fairy rings, but I know fairy dust.
Do you got a mushroom?
Oh, hang on a second. So he dumps the cocaine off of his finger, pulls it out of his pants, and starts rummaging through his pockets. Mushrooms. Hang on. It's bags, different size of things. Hey, mushroom.
Nice. And he grabs it and he just tosses it up in the air, catches it in his mouth, defying all laws of drinking.
There you go, man.
That manages to have that one moment of clarity, just enough to make that look real impressive, and goes, nice.
Yeah, man. You can taste the magic, can't you?
Oh, man, I can see the magic.
All right. So you want to go find some fairies, eh?
No. But these mushrooms are good. As long as we... Can we plant these?
Mushrooms?
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I mean, the mushrooms got to grow from somewhere.
Yeah, let's plant one here, and then we'll make our own fairy ring.
Oh,
We'll see what kind of magic happens.
Oh, I like the way you think, man. Start just like dumping out everything in my pockets onto the street. Just start slowly arranging the little baggies and just assorted like varieties of drug into this ring around Charles on the sidewalk.
Perfect. This ring will forever be known as the fairy ring, and we can meet up here and partake in all kinds of libations.
Hey, man. Do you think we can actually like do some magic here? It's like I don't know.
It feels a little public for magic.
Oh.
But you know that unicorn behind you, he seems pretty magical. You should talk with him.
Look over my shoulder. Fuck you on, man. They ain't no unicorn.
I don't.
It's a Pegasi. Get your head straight. Jesus.
Oh, you right. You right.
Wait.
There was something I needed to do today. What was it?
I don't know, man, but I think we just gotta get sick.
Let's take a nap. I
No,
need to
man,
lay
you can't
down.
fall asleep with a fairy ring. That's how they get you.
Can you?
If you got to rest, man, we can go. There's this great Starbucks. We've got some really good Wi-Fi there. I can get you a bagel.
I want a caramel macchiato.
Yeah, I think they can do that this time of night. I think Denise is working. Yeah, fuck it. Let's go see
Perfect.
Denise. He just leaves all the drugs
I've got
on
two
the-
nieces.
on
How's
the
about the
street.
nephew?
I didn't know
And
you
I
had
assume
family.
we trip our way to the Starbucks.
Okay. Because you resolved a scene, you get to decide if you're giving away a black or a white die and to whom.
Let's give a white die to patient Xero because having all the hookups.
Right?
Fifth
Oh
is
my
just getting
goodness.
everything done.
I loved you guys' fairy ring you.
Oh, it's still there. It's still there.
Oh yeah,
It didn't pick anything up.
And I imagine it's like super out of date drugs like Quaaludes and things.
It's all the stuff nobody wants to buy.
Right.
just randomly a Viagra somewhere in there.
Right.
Just filling that niche market.
All right. Patient Xero, would you like to resolve or would you like to set the scene?
I think we should resolve a scene before we move on. Before we get to like the nice middle tilt here. So I don't know who. You know what? Let's resolve a scene between Emma and Charles where she finally catches up with him.
Do you mind if
Okay.
I run to the restroom while this scene plays out?
You actually were asked to be in the scene, but
Go.
yeah, go ahead and use the restroom, and
right,
we
figure
will take
figure
a
out the
10-minute
pizza
break.
meantime.
Actually, we'll come back and finish this in just a moment. Actually, so this is a good time for a break. We'll be right
Sounds
back,
good.
guys. We love you guys. Thank you for coming. Give us 10 minutes,
It's been great.
and then we'll figure it all out from there. See you guys in a minute. Hello, everybody, and welcome back. I hope you guys enjoyed your break. We got some more drinks and things, and now we are ready to go. And it is Patient Zero's last turn in the first half of the game. So,
Yeah. I think I'll get to do the resolution. I think make it between Charles, Emma, and Amadeus as they all kind of just meet up at the Starbucks.
okay. All right. And this takes place chronologically, I assume?
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Is
come
that
on through.
Emera?
She stumbles in, clutching her head. Charles, darling, what are you doing here?
I've been scouting out printing opportunities. Tell me,
But
have you always had that shimmer in your hair?
well, yes, it's a charm, dear. But
It's a pleasure to meet you too.
thought Simon told me you were at your house, and then I fell asleep on the couch, and then you went there.
No. The printing place that I was visiting, that is called the house.
No, he said you were in the little bat's room. Is that your
Right.
printing place? I have never heard of anything called that before.
Yes, the publisher's house.
Amadeus just kind of stumbles into the Starbucks at this point. See, no, I told you they won't let me through here without. They come down just fine, man. He's seemingly talking to nobody. His back is turned to both Charles and Emma as he comes through the door.
And he's here too. I am very confused right now.
Clearly, I don't know Amadeus over there.
Hey, man, that's not a nice thing to say about your friend. I told you I'd get you here.
You're facing the wrong way.
Turns around. See, I told you I'd get you here. He's pointing to Emra.
Look, this guy.
Hey!
He's great.
Hello, Amadeus. It's nice to see you again.
Yeah.
Unexpected, but you know.
This guy's great at
Lady.
getting printers.
Yes, he was telling me about Kinko's. Is that what you
Oh,
called
yeah, man.
it?
Yeah.
Fuck
Kinko's, man.
Kinko's.
Well, apparently, if you pay them money, they will keep quiet. And I should not be talking
You
about
don't
this
want
here. should
quiet
I?
if you're a publisher. You want things to be loud and vibrant and out there. I mean,
I don't know. That sounds more like
show
an
her
art
the one
design
that
than
you
like.
printed at home.
printing
Show her the
design.
one that you printed for me.
That he printed for you. I thought Simon was.
Wait,
right.
what did I print?
I told Simon to get these things printed, and he went to Amadeus, and Amadeus printed it, who gave it to Simon, who gave it to me to give to you.
Oh yeah, you owe me $200, by the way.
Charles, I have to say, I am not entirely sure this is working out. It seems that you are just offloading
I got
my
your pamphlets
jobs
for you.
to other people. And
He does. I saw him. He did the job.
You didn't even take my notes into account. That blue is entirely the wrong shade.
Oh no, I totally agree. That's why we made it to periwinkle. The new batch is going to be totally periwinkle. Just make like things that is like this nice little glow to it. It's not too much blue.
The one
like
that we gave
just
you
right.
was one of the test runs. You see, I agreed. We printed that one out. It wasn't the right shade of blue. So we printed out a ton more. And on like the last 5 of them, we ran
perhaps
out of.
we should go to red.
Oh no,
That will
charge
have
you
to
more for
extend the
red.
deadline. These things don't print themselves overnight, as it were.
Yes, they do.
Oh, they'll charge you extra for that.
But I mean, if I'm not paying you anymore, then they might as well.
But you see, you don't even know what a Kinko's is.
Is that right?
It's like a bird person. And we all know that birds deliver the mail.
Are those pigeons?
I need coffee.
You're talking about pigeons, right?
Excuse me, barista.
No, why did I ever think of pigeons?
Birdrista. Perfect. It's a Kenku.
I don't know how to deal
Welcome
with
to
you right now.
Starbucks.
Hey.
What can I get for you?
A latte, please, with lots of sugar.
And
It picks
And
up
half
the
cap.
coffee.
same bill, on that same bill, I will take a caramel macchiato.
Oh, are you paying then? Brilliant.
No, absolutely not.
Well, then why did you say on the same bill?
I didn't say that.
Yes, you did.
No.
Well, I'll get a lemon
Have
tea
you
with
ever
extra
heard of
lemon.
the term
That's cool with you.
gaslighting?
Yeah, I'll pay for him, not for you. Thank you very much.
Oh, yeah, thank you. Make it 2.
There we go. Now
what?
I can have one.
No.
No,
1
it's my
for
tea.
you.
You order your own tea. You can order your own damn tea.
Fine, make it 3.
Excuse me. No. My latte, 1 tea for that rather hairy gentleman there. And you can get your own, Charles.
I can't get my own coffee. This is why I have interns.
Then summon your intern.
You know I wouldn't do that in public. I will
Got a minute?
page him. And I'll take out my phone and shoot an email to my thrall saying to ready the coffee machine for me.
Yes, right away, sir.
Listen, regardless, are my pamphlets done?
Not the red ones.
But the blue ones, these corrected blue ones that are periwinkle, you said, Amadeus?
Yeah. They got me a really good deal on the periwinkle.
You know what you need? They've got this new mushroom coffee. It's all fungus based. Amadeus makes a fantastic brew of this.
Darling,
No, man, I'm not making mushroom tea right now. That's why I got the lemon tea.
No.
What's
It's
the
not
mushrooms?
mushroom tea. It's mushroom coffee. It's super popular right now with all the hipsters.
No, man,
Find it-
mushrooms don't go with coffee. It just doesn't
No,
brew right.
there's no coffee in it. It is all mushrooms.
Either I am too
And that's a
sober
tea.
for this, or the entire world has
That's not
gone
coffee, that's a
insane.
tea.
No, she's absolutely right. I'm just saying, with her coffee, a little mushroom garnish, and I bet you we can have all of the colors on those pamphlets. Every one that you want, and even the ones that you don't see.
I mean, if you really want to, you can make it so the pamphlets can see all the colors you want too. I mean, the guy down at Kinko's, they just slip on this little bit of this, takes this other bag from just somewhere, just getting to print it with this in there. And then all you got to do is just lick the paper, and then you'll just get all the colors that you want, man. That's how we sneak this shit into the clubs. They never,
Oh, I
never
thought
check
that was
the
just because
pamphlets.
it had the smiley face printed on it.
Well, no, that's how I
all
tell the
all
difference.
I'm
So nobody go
entirely
looking at the
lost
wrong
in this
pamphlets.
conversation.
Well, no, you see, and then
Charles.
he pulls the pamphlet out of his pocket. Well, you see this one right here. See the little smiley face right here? Yeah, see, if you were to lick this pamphlet, you get super high, man. He picks it up and puts it back in his back pocket.
When did we start doing drugged pamphlets?
You see,
I don't know. I've been doing it
to
forever.
encourage the masses, this is one of those opportunities I was telling you about. People are much more susceptible
But
to
how
believing
would
what
you make
and-
them lick it? Can it be touch based? Because I don't think people often lick paper informational pamphlets
that's it.
Well,
unless
lick
they
the ones with
know
smiley
that's
faces.
Here's what
the
we do.
purpose.
We
They
send
got
them
no
pamphlets
codes.
that are totally obnoxious, ugly, the wrong shade of blue, and then we send them with an envelope and on it says, if you don't want to receive these anymore, send this back. And then they put it in the envelope, and then they lick the envelope.
Except
But then
then we're
there's-
targeting the people who have no interest already.
But that's the thing is once they
I was gonna say
lick
they're sending
the
your drugs
envelope,
back to you,
they'll
man.
have all of the interest.
I'm very confused by this plan, but it might possibly have potential.
Take my
Barely.
tea.
The
Add some sugar.
What do we have?
Are you
to
sure we
lose
can't
by
do
time?
touch based? She's still wearing gloves, by the way.
Oh, I mean, you could maybe do it touch base, but then your paper is just going to be totally soaked. And if you're just going to be soaking it so you can touch it, you might as well just
What if,
a
what if
sponge? A
instead of
sponge could
touch,
work.
What if instead of touch, we do smell?
I mean, there's already drugs that kind of do that, man. I mean, like, you just want to get high and get something you smell. A little bag of cocaine. I mean, there's already just there. I mean, you don't have to like complicate things anymore. So he takes out a couple of just like a little bit of powder and puts it in with his lemon tea.
Yeah, give this a sniff.
The Kinku sat down all of your drinks already.
Right? I know what it smells
Thank you,
like, man.
darling. She takes her latte and like puts her hand over it to cover the top. I really don't believe I want to smell that, to be honest. I have
Trust me, it smells just like chloroform.
Yes,
No, it smells like
that
lemons.
is not exactly appealing.
Oh, I have a headache. Where's my coffee?
Oh, here, this will
Didn't
fix
you
with
buy
that.
me a coffee?
No, I did not.
The Kinku had set down 3 lemon teas and 2 caramel macchiato, and like all of the drinks that have been discussed are set down on the counter in front of you.
And I'll reach over and grab one of the teas.
Yes.
I mean, if you drink all 3 of these teas right now, there's no way you're making it to the end of this podcast.
I will stick to my latte, thank you. I 100% agree. I am completely lost, and I am pamphlets tomorrow morning. Yes.
Blue pamphlets tomorrow morning, 5,000 of them. Take it or leave it.
Yes, that's what I asked of you. Yes.
I thought we wanted red pamphlets.
I'm just thinking. Fine.
Okay, we'll do the blue pamphlets.
You will have my pamphlets ready tomorrow morning, or I will find someone else to do your job. Do you understand that?
Per our original agreement, yes.
Very well. I will see you both. Well, I will see you later, Charles. It was pleasant to see you again, sort of, Amadeus. Perhaps another time.
Yeah, anytime. Thanks for the tea.
Yes.
Yes, thank you.
Later, darlings. And she'll walk out.
All right.
Didn't she?
I assume that she paid for everything before she left.
No.
So do we.
Honestly,
Amadeus isn't paying for shit.
the Kinku is just happy that Amadeus wore pants in this time. So
He
They
knows
were over
better.
his shoulders, but he still wore them. It's fair.
Oh no, he put his pants back on before he got in.
all right, patient, would you like to give out a black die or a white die, and to whom?
I have absolutely no idea what happened there.
He almost talked you into putting drugs on all the pamphlets, so I would have said that would have definitely been a win, but
I'm just saying, this is how business works. You just confuse people down to the point that they just agree with whatever you're saying.
right.
Yeah, sure, let's do it. That sounds like a great plan.
Yes, do that.
Oh man, this is a tough one. I don't know. I think we're almost all worthy of a black dice on this.
Can we give a black dice to the audience?
Unfortunately, no.
White dice to the poor Kingu.
Bird Kinku.
I was suppressing my laughter so hard that I can't stop coughing.
I'm sorry.
You know what? Let's give the black dice to Charles.
Oh god.
'Cause I think he's just kind of got himself
black.
in a situation.
Shoot.
Not necessarily bad though. Okay, so now we have reached the tilt, and for this to occur, everyone is going to roll their dice they've accumulated over the story so far, and you're going to subtract the greater number from the lesser number. Does everyone know their dice totals or can look at the sheet and see them?
Looks like I got 1 and 1.
Yep. So you're going to
I have
subtract
1.
the high from the low. All right, so give me your total and the color. So if you rolled a 6 on the black and a 2 on the white, you got a 4 black, for example.
6 black.
Okay.
I had 1 dice.
Does anyone have higher than 6 black?
I have a 4 white.
Okay.
I would add my 2 white and then minus the black from it.
Yep.
Okay.
Whichever one is higher.
Okay. 6 white.
Okay. I win the white because I have 8 white. So we have a 6 and an 8 for our tilt. And then we will discuss what exactly that means. 6, the category we got, or do we want to do the, well, it can't be an 8, but that's fine. We'll work that out. Oh, it's because now me and Ada each roll 1 die. You represent black, I represent white.
Okay.
So what'd you get?
3.
So do we want it to be 3-1 or 1-3?
I don't know. We should roll. No, let's do 3-1.
Okay. So I will give you the categories. If we choose it's 1-3, the category would be mayhem. And if we choose it's 3-1, it's innocence.
Mayhem.
Mayhem. Okay, so a dangerous animal, perhaps metaphorically, gets loose at some point in the second half of this story. So that is our tilt that we will have to deal with in the coming scenes. Good. We needed a wild animal in a game that already introduced dangerous chupacabras.
And werewolves on cocaine.
Right.
So I'm getting that. I'm figuring out that this world is just filled with different monsters and creatures. Like that's just what the people are.
Right. There are no normal humans, even though that is all Amadeus wants, is to be just a normal human. Okay. All right. So we will do the second half of our scenes. This time, you resolve or set the scene. And this time, when you are given a die or choose the die, you get to keep that die instead of giving it away. And we need to keep in mind at some point coming up soon, a wild, dangerous animal is released upon the story. So
at some point that has to happen.
Yeah. I will resolve a scene so you guys get to set it for me. So.
Okay, so let's figure out where would he have ended up after diving out of the window.
Wait, he needs to deliver the drugs.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do.
So, I feel like that puts Simon and Amadeus in the same place.
Okay.
But that would be a very straightforward scene unless we have some kind of some form of an antagonizer there.
Right. It could be that I'm there to deliver the drugs, but it's like at the Starbucks, and I don't want you to know that I'm there to deliver drugs, so I'm trying to like have a stealthy drug deal.
Okay, so this will take place. Yeah, so it takes place right after Emra leaves, and we're sitting there enjoying our iced teas, and then suddenly Simon walks up. Perhaps, maybe a couple minutes later, just to avoid the conversation that would happen between Emra and Simon.
Yeah. No, she's gone. She's gone.
One goes down one street and that one comes up from the other side.
Yeah, you see the long shot of the sidewalk, and she like storms out and walks north, and he's like walking up south with the briefcase as this is occurring.
All right.
Okay.
So
So, Patient Zero, you see me standing over Frodo's shoulder because he has his back to me currently, pointing wildly at the briefcase.
so you see, what if we had like a blood-based drug? We could call it. What would we call this drug?
Uh,
I'm just saying, blood
What's
as
up?
a resource could be fantastic for getting fucked up.
I don't know, man. That's kind of a bit of a hard sell. You may have to mix it with something else to really get people to sell. Because you go up to someone and be like, "Hey, man, you want
What
to
if
try
we
some blood?"
what if we mix it with like some tomatoes, maybe a celery stick, some jalapenos for a little bit of spice? Could be like a Bloody Mary.
Simon picks up a newspaper and is covering his to where you can't see his face and walks up to the Tengu.
Oh no, see, man, like Bloody Mary, that'd be too obvious. Like people are expecting that to be full of blood and stuff. And it's a little on the nose, don't you think?
Excuse me, barista? He's talking very quietly.
No, you
But
gotta do.
You see, the thing of this is that we don't have to tell them about the blood. We could put the blood in the name, and then it's kind of like calling your brand the Organics, but nothing's in it in its organic. It's just the opposite. We could call it Bloody Mary.
He
And
orders
just
a drink
cover
at
the
bar,
taste of the blood,
and then
so that people
exits
don't taste the blood. We
out
just
of the-
tell them beforehand.
Well, you can't do that. You gotta let people know what's going on in their drinks, man. Like, it's like you're not gonna come up to me and be like, "Hey, man, can you give me a bump? Can you seem like an 8 ball? It's like an 8 ball real quick, and then I give you a fucking bag of weed." That's not how this fucking works. If you're gonna be putting
No,
blood in the
you
drink, you
get-
have to let people know it's gonna be in the drink, man. Because then that way, they'll be able to come back, they'll be able to order it again, they'll know what they want, and they'll be able to regulate it. I mean, it's
if
like
I wanted a bump, how much is it cut? Be honest with me. What's your cut?
Yeah, I don't cut this shit, man.
Oh, you're
the Tengu
telling me
comes
this is
up to
pure.
the counter.
Yeah,
It
man.
says-
I'm just a middleman.
I have a small coffee for your drugs are in the alley. Small coffee, your drugs are in the alley.
I'm just the middleman, man. Like, I don't cut anything. I'm not fucking set up for that shit. I'm not taking that kind of responsibility. No, I'm Amadeus, man. Fuck. I thought I was
like
high.
Simon there for a minute.
Okay, you must be high if I'm sounding like Simon, man. Because how much did you drink? It's like I pick up his cup and I look at it. See, man, that's the problem. You took the whole thing. You don't pace yourself. Now you're just gonna be riding too fucking high, man. I knew I shouldn't have ordered 3 fucking teas. That's on me. That's
Simon's
on me.
outside, pointing at the briefcase again.
And see, that guy over there looks like Simon.
He quickly turns
Tengu?
when he notices you're looking.
No,
I
not the
don't-
Kenku.
The Kenku again. Small coffee for your drugs are in the alley.
Okay,
Small
is that
coffee.
Odd name.
Hang on, man. Again, Amadeus gets up and goes over to Tengu. Yeah, man. It's like, so what kind of drugs are this for the small coffee?
Are you my drugs are in the alley?
Okay. You know what? That can be. How about okay? How much is a small coffee?
She hands you the small coffee. You already paid for it, Mr. Alley.
Oh shit, man! Man, you're the best. You know what? For your trouble, leave the rest of the bag of cocaine on, goes outside and around the corner, sipping on this coffee.
Come here.
Hey, did you know they're giving away free coffee with drugs?
No, they're not normally doing. I needed you to come out here so I could give you the briefcase. I have to get back to the printing, but I have your cocaine. He holds up the briefcase full of cocaine.
Shit, man, don't show that out here.
So
Well,
as this is going on, Charles just like wanders across the end of the alleyway and just like glances and just like you can't tell if he looked at you or not, but he just walks by.
here, I have to hurry. My sire will see me any moment.
I don't know, man. I'm pretty sure he was like, thinking I was you, so I think you're pretty good.
So normally I would charge you a lot for this cocaine, but there's the inconvenience of me not bringing the right amount and the $200 that you're owed. Can we say that we're even on the $200 if I just give you all of this cocaine?
Oh yeah, man. That was never you. Wait, that $200 is never on you. Like that goes to your boss, man. Like, that's his bill.
His debt is my debt. So can we call it good with this large amount of cocaine?
Yeah, man. Well, because it's you and you're good to me. You know, you came out all the way here. You brought the drugs, like you just said you would. I mean, it's only been like an hour, so it's only been like an hour, and it's like looks at his wrist again with absolutely no watch and no concept of time at this point. So yeah, man. Like, you know what? You can take that 200. You can just keep that for you.
Oh,
so
okay.
Actually, as a matter of fact, hang on. Just reaches into some means of pocket or holding and hands you a Kinko's receipt. You know, pretty sure if you bring that to him, you'll at least get some sort of claimant out of it.
Thank you. All right. Well, I better get to printing so that I can have it done in time. I had a really weird experience with Emra. She kind of offered me a job, but then said that my sire wouldn't have a job if I took the job. So I didn't take the job. Also, she started wearing gloves, and I don't know when that happened because I don't know that she's ever worn gloves before now.
I don't know, man. It sounds like if she's offered you a job and your boss loses a job, then a job opens up for your boss for you. So it doesn't sound like anybody's losing a job in this exchange. Just you're both getting new jobs, you know?
Yeah, that you raise a really good point.
Yeah, man. Like if I stop selling cocaine, I'm not out of the game, man. It's just I moved over to something else.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Diversification, man.
Yeah, I gotta diversify my portfolio. I can't always just be a low-level drug dealer and thrall. I have to,
Exactly, man.
stand on my own 2 feet.
Into it. Yeah, exactly. Speaking of on 2 feet,
okay.
I got some really, really impatient people waiting on this, and if I want to keep mine, I really, really should go, fucking drop this off.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, I will meet back up with you later.
Yeah, man. I'll give you a shout when it all goes good, and yeah, we'll talk career options. Maybe see if I can't get you, a little bit higher tier on the food chain.
Yeah. He scurries off into the darkness.
And just kind of goes off.
Because I resolved the scene, I'm going to choose to give myself a white die for that because I think things are going his way.
Things are coming up, Simon.
All right, Ada, would you like to set or resolve?
I should have been thinking about this. Do I have anything significant to resolve?
We have your angel feather, which is a thing.
Yeah.
But as far as open plot points, I don't believe so. I mean, you are
there's still the matter of the animal needs to get loose.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
You got to put that
We've
glove to
already
use at some point.
established the fairy ring.
And the important parcel. So I'd say your big thing is your hangover from being drugged, and your angel feather are your biggest hooks at the moment.
Okay.
But sorry, go ahead.
No, finish what you were gonna say.
I was gonna say, but you have a lot going on with each of the characters. To be fair,
Yes.
you've interacted with everybody, so
I guess I would like to set with Simon,
okay.
but she needs to be. She's actively looking for him. I don't know how she'd find him.
To be fair, like we're seriously like on the same block of the city,
Yeah.
so
Okay.
it's
Yeah,
not that
right now,
unlikely.
everyone is all within like probably a few hundred yards of each other.
Yeah.
Which makes
Okay.
you wonder how often this kind of thing happens in real life.
So yeah, she's going to try to find Simon, and I guess probably somewhere on the street
Okay.
find him.
So I would assume that you're waiting for your Uber probably again, and he's on his way back to the printer.
Okay.
Hello. What are you doing here?
Simon, darling, exactly who I was looking for. Listen, are you sure Charles is all right?
Yeah, he is networking and
Okay.
doing exactly what we had talked about.
What happened at the house?
Well, so
Because I woke up on the couch and you weren't there and Charles wasn't there and I was very confused.
Well, you and I had a nice conversation, and then you said you had a headache, and I asked if you wanted to lie down. So you did, and then Charles came out, but you were sleeping, and so he decided to go ahead and to take the initiative on the plan that you had discussed with him of networking, and so we
Really
decided to let you sleep
hold
then.
off until after the pamphlets were printed, but whatever.
I can take you to the print shop. We're nearly done.
That would be brilliant because I have a wonderful idea.
Oh, okay. I love wonderful ideas. What kind of wonderful idea is this?
Well, you see, the pamphlet is the last stage of things coming up, or of this whole thing, and then it can go into action. And I have had, well, to be honest, I was inspired by the very strange ramblings of your friends, well, of Charles and his friend, who apparently in Amadeus, and I've had a very interesting idea because of it that I would like to discuss with you because I have a feeling that you are more sober.
I can institute any idea that would help Charles. I am more than willing to do that.
All right.
The print shop is like a block up. If you want to.
Great. Let's go.
Yeah.
So anyway, Charles and Amadeus were talking about drugging pamphlets, and I, quite frankly, know very little about all of that. But they seem to think that there would be a enhanced chance of people jumping for all of this if there were drugs, and but they seem to think they need to lick or eat the pamphlet, and people aren't going to do that.
No, people don't typically eat pamphlets. Not
Yes,
usually.
but see, the very religious people might kiss a pamphlet if it had a religious symbol on it.
Sure. So you want me to add a religious symbol
Not just any religious symbol,
Okay.
an angel feather.
You want me to print a drug angel feather on all of the pamphlets?
Well, I mean, could you do that tonight?
Yeah, I'm sure that I could do that for you.
By tomorrow morning? Because I have meetings all
I,
day tomorrow.
I need to come up with a lot of lysergic acid, but yeah, I'm positive I can get that done by morning for you.
Okay.
Um,
It should be a grand name, like Feathers of Moloch. Or
the
something along those lines.
feathers of Moloch. Um,
Yes.
oh, okay. Do you want it to say like kiss the feather for good luck?
Kiss the feather for God's blessing or something along those lines. I don't know. I don't do the religious thing.
Sure. Um, and maybe in smaller font, like lick the feather to show disrespect for God's love or whatever.
Do you think that would work?
You never know.
Okay. Yes, I would love for this to happen. And as Charles is not making any sense at all, I think that this might be a good chance for you to really shine, and then I can get rid of him.
I couldn't possibly do the things I do without the direction and direct influence of Charles, as he is great at what he does and a true inspiration.
Damn. Very well. So yes, you can do that, and you can do that tonight.
Yeah.
Brilliant. You are just the sweetest thing. I very much appreciate it.
Uh-huh. Thank you. Did you still want to see the print shop, or are you good for now?
Yeah. Omne said something about a periwinkle blue version. Can you show that to me?
Yeah. Um, just in here.
Thank
And
you.
we'll go ahead and cut the scene there. All right, we'll take it to a vote. Do we think that she got what she wanted out of the scene?
I would say yes, because she did manage to convince Simon to somehow or another put a drug feather, a drug feather of Moloch onto the 5,000 already printed pamphlets.
It's gonna take a lot of acid, but yeah.
That's kind of the point.
All right, so
I'm sorry, you want to monetize this episode?
Right? Hi, YouTube.
Drugs are bad, okay?
Yeah, don't do drugs. This is all for art. So you have received a white die, Ada.
Ooh.
Yep.
Yay.
Frodo, would you like to set or resolve?
I'm going to go ahead and set.
Okay.
So I'm going to set it. So Ada, or Emira, and Simon are both at the print shop. And Charles will be calling you on the phone.
Okay. Have we gone into the print shop yet?
I will say it is just outside of the print shop. Like, you're about to unlock the door,
Okay.
and then your phone goes off.
Oh, one moment. Sorry. Just a moment. He answers the phone. Yes, sir.
Charles, we got big news.
Yeah, we do. We do have big news.
It's raining.
Okay. That is big news.
I'm getting all wet. I need you to come pick me up.
Sure. I have the coffee maker ready. Okay. Yes, sir. I will come pick you up in just a moment. Do you happen to know where I can get a large amount of acid?
What kind of acid?
Lysergic?
Okay, I know a guy.
Oh, good.
I don't want to talk about his name over the phone. We can talk in person when you come pick me up.
Right. Maybe we shouldn't discuss drug deals over the phone.
Perhaps we need code words.
Yes.
What if we
yes.
call that? What if we call this acid? What if we call it Bloody Marys?
Oh, okay. I think Bloody Marys are already a thing, but yeah, we could do that. I don't have an umbrella on me, but I could go buy one, or I could just. I have a newspaper in my hand. I could hold that over your head. Would that work?
Anything to keep me dry from this blasted running water.
Sure.
I ducked into an alleyway. It's not a fit state for one of my nature.
I am here with your boss, and she wanted.
Are we going to
see...
stand out here all night?
No, we will be going inside in just a moment. I do apologize. She would like to see the prince.
Which prince? Prince of where?
The prince of the flyers.
Flyers don't need the prince. I'm the prince of the flyers.
Yeah, yes, sir. Yes, sir. You are the prince of the flyers. I'm sorry, Imra. It will be just a moment. I forgot the key to the print shop at the Starbucks, so I will be right back with it.
When were you at Starbucks?
You're going to leave me here?
Yes.
Oh.
Just for a moment. I will be right back, though.
Very well.
I will come back with the drugs for the feather. So, yeah.
Good.
Yeah. He walks away.
Go do what you need.
A little bit down the street. I was never at the Starbucks, sir. I just needed a reason to be on my way to you. So I will be there in just a moment. Where are you?
Oddly enough, I'm near the Starbucks.
Oh, well, that's good. I was just there. It wasn't raining at all. But yes, I will head that way immediately.
It's not raining.
It wasn't, but it may be now.
I thought tonight was a full moon.
It is a full moon. That is accurate.
Then where's the moon, and why can I not see it?
Are you in the alley?
What alley?
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, I will be there momentarily, sir. Just stay near the Starbucks.
And
he runs towards you. I would say you definitely get a white die. He abandoned what he was in the middle of.
I agree.
Thank you.
I have to say, this is the most intertwined multiple characters in a scene a game of Fiasco I've ever played.
Right.
Well,
it's
two people.
Almost a British farce.
Yeah, two people in a scene is just a conversation. Having three people in a scene adds the dynamic.
Right.
It's chaos.
Okay. Patient Zero, would you like to set or resolve a scene?
You know what? I think I'll set. I'll set a scene between Charles, Amadeus, and Simon, because it seems like they're going to be kind of a crossover there at some point. A crossover there at some point in which somebody is going to be trying to buy drugs from somebody else.
Right.
Somewhere.
And you're
somewhere
probably with Charles and Simon's on his way.
Yeah, I think either with Charles and Simon's on his way, or Amadeus is on the way to the place where he was going to sell the cocaine. I mean, maybe it's interrupted along the way. So he's got that. He would have to be going off to do the thing he was planning to do originally. But if he gets somebody to call him back and be like, "Hey, can you do this thing?" He'd be like, "Yeah, I can do that."
Okay. So do we want to start with Charles calling you the guy he knows?
Yeah, let's start with that.
Okay.
Hello.
Pulls
Why
phone
am
out
I
of his
saying
pocket,
hello
so-
to a phone that's not ringing?
What's up?
Hey, I need some acid.
Okay.
A
Who's
lot
this?
of acid.
Define a lot.
Enough that we could lace a bunch of pamphlets with it.
Why do you want to lace a bunch of pamphlets with acid, man?
Cuz, don't you think that would make people more agreeable?
I mean, if you want to like dose them with it, maybe. If you want to dose them with it, maybe. But like, if you want to make people more agreeable, you'd probably want to like, you know what? No, like that doesn't answer my question of why you want to lace your paper with acid, man.
Well, that's like the best way to get acid.
Well, you're not wrong there, but still, like, if you're not trying to cut into my business, are you?
No. If anything, this would give you more business.
Okay.
Just remember, first one's free.
All right, I like the sound of that deal. So, you need a lot of acid, and where do you need to go? Where you need to get to? Do I have to provide the pamphlets?
No,
I don't do that, man. That's like outside of my sphere of like influence.
No, man, but if you could steal me a printer, that would help.
You know what? I think I know where I can find one. Take a bit, but I think I know where I can find one.
That's not important. Right now, I just need like a ton of acid. A regular like vat of acid, if you will. Like, did you ever see the movie Who Framed Roger Rabbit?
No, okay. Wait, is that the one? Is that the one with the talking shoes?
Right.
And that shit, that gave me nightmares, man. I still
Around
can't.
this time, Simon comes running up with the newspaper and is holding it over you while you're on the phone.
Perfect.
Yeah, and then there was that scene with that thing where they totally fucking melted, man. Yeah, man.
Yeah. I want like that, but like hardcore drugs.
So wait, you want to start melting tunes now?
No. Tunes are fine. I've got no issue with that. I just
Well,
want to get
why do you want a
really
vat of acid
fucked up.
to melt tunes like a Roger Rabbit, man? That just seems vindictive. I mean, what did they ever do to you?
No.
So, Sire, are you talking to your Bloody Mary guy?
Yeah. Look,
Okay.
I just need like a ton of acid behind the Starbucks in like the next 20 minutes.
5,000 hits of Bloody Marys.
Yes. 5,000 hits worth.
Oh shit, man. Maybe. I'll have to
Look,
make
I know you're just the dealer, but you might get in contact with your supplier.
Well, I know some people who probably do something for me, but I don't know, man. Those witches can be kind of testy sometimes. You know what? You know what? Yeah. You know what? Fuck it. I can make that happen. Move some
Awesome.
shit around.
I'll see you in the alley behind the Starbucks in like 30 minutes. You know, no, not behind the Starbucks. Meet me at the Fairy Ring.
That's on like 13th and Canal, right? That's a good bar.
No.
Yeah, you know what? I'll meet you there. That's
No, it's 24th
and
and State.
He hangs up the phone.
Okay.
Does he want to call his supplier?
Oh, okay. Do we want to do the scene with you calling your supplier?
Yeah, we can kind of work that out.
Because I was gonna say that's a lot of acid.
I figured it was like he's just be like one of those behind the scenes things. He just kind of like calls some people up, makes some deals, talks out of his ass.
Oh,
Oh,
see,
yeah.
I had assumed that Simon was the supplier.
I assumed it was the blood witches at the fast food restaurant.
Yeah, that was.
Okay,
That's the only
okay.
people he can think of who could whip something up for that quickly.
Okay, that makes more sense. That doesn't need to play out on scene.
Brew him some
yeah.
acid if you so think.
Okay, do we feel like that resolved in a way beneficial to our good friend Amadeus?
I would say so, particularly because, like we said, first hit's free. He's going to get some major clientele after this.
Yeah. And
I mean,
you could also resolve it as negative because where's he going to get 5,000 hits of acid in
right.
30
I was kind of leaning more towards negative, where it's like it seems like he's just taking on more and more things that.
Yeah,
that
and he still
be
hasn't actually
delivered
sold
any
his
of it.
cocaine.
Yeah, he's just accumulating more and more things onto his plate as it goes on.
I'm gonna vote black. So we're gonna give you.
Yeah, I agree.
Because I think it's starting to spiral out of control.
Was there ever control with this?
Never know. Let's be honest.
Okay, and I at one point
The
dumped
illusion
all
of
of my dice all
control.
over myself.
That did not sound pleasant.
Yeah, it's fine.
Okay, I am going to set my last scene that I am in charge of, and I'm going to say that Simon and Imra, Simon returns to Imra like just a few minutes later, hopefully having convinced Charles that it's not raining, to let her into the warehouse, where upon opening the door, which is where we start the scene, we see that there's a rabid penguin that is loose and destroying all of the flyers. But that the rabid penguin come in about halfway through the scene, I assume. So
Okay.
I'm so sorry that took me a minute to get the keys, but I have them now and I can let you in.
Maybe you aren't as competent as I thought, but very well. Let us go in.
Posture check.
Yeah. Oh, thank you. I sometimes I forget my keys, and that is irresponsible of me, and I am sorry for that.
It's fine.
Puts the key in the door. You know who is incredibly responsible, even though it may not seem like it. Charles.
Are you going to tell me that you're drunk? What is he even to you? Person who is making no sense at all tonight and who's incapable of printing me pamphlets, it seems, is responsible.
Yes. It's that not that he isn't making sense. It's that he is making contacts for for tomorrow, so that your meeting with the big boss will be more successful.
No, see, I don't need contacts for tomorrow. Tomorrow I have handled, I have planned. I have been doing this for a very long time, and tomorrow is fine. If he wants to do build a network and outsource and whatever else of the buzzwords that he threw at me, that's for later. That's for down the line in the next thing, and I'd be happy to listen to that then. I am worried about my pamphlets for tomorrow.
There's no reason to be worried. Simon opens the door and sees the penguin eating one of the pamphlets and then closes the door. But on the other hand, what if maybe we don't check on them tonight and that you just get them all fresh and nice in the morning?
But what if I don't like the periwinkle?
Well, you could maybe wait out here and I could go in and get one of the pamphlets and bring it out to you.
Why?
There's not
I
a
mean,
reason.
not that
I
it's
just-
terrible out here right now.
Sure.
There is no rain, which you were talking about earlier.
Sure.
But why you invited me to come see the printing?
Yeah, and I'm
Why
gonna
would I
bring
wait
them
out
to you.
here when I want to see that things are actually getting done? Because I'm starting to have very deep doubts that anything has happened.
Okay. I will level with you here. I'm gonna open this door, and you'll see that 5,000 pamphlets have been printed, but that somehow, and nobody, definitely not Charles's fault. If anybody's fault, my fault. There is a angry flightless bird who is trying to eat the pamphlets as we speak, but that's not.
Excuse me.
He opens the door like wide so you can see into it.
Oh my stars! What on earth is that thing?
It appears to be a emperor penguin. I think.
What?
I
What
don't know a
is
lot
an
about
emperor
penguins.
penguin doing in Cleveland?
Foaming at the mouth, it would appear, and eating pamphlets.
Get rid
It's a
of
good
it.
thing we hadn't drugged those yet, right? Otherwise, it'd be a drugged rabbit.
My pamphlets. I can't give out penguin spit covered pamphlets.
I don't know how much they don't. I don't know if they have saliva salivatory glands.
Whatever. Get a stick and poke it.
Yeah, right away. I will try to find a stick. Yes. Just a moment. He closes the door again with them both standing on the outside. I will go find a stick. I will be right back. And he goes
It's all doomed.
running off. Okay. I'm gonna give myself a black die because I don't feel like the situation was well in hand. Probably
That's
not.
fair.
I'm hoping he finds a stick at this point.
That at this point, that may be optimistic.
All right, Ada, for your last scene that you are setting or resolving.
Yes, I need to resolve. I need to resolve my pamphlets.
Okay.
Whatever you guys think. I need to resolve, obviously. So.
Okay. I think that it's possible at this point that Charles has wandered towards the printing office because he saw Simon running off that direction as you're standing outside of it. So
That would work for me.
we will pick the scene up from there.
Emma,
Rabbit Penguin's still inside.
what brings you out this lovely evening?
Charles, there is a penguin eating the pamphlets.
And Charles pulls out a key, unlocks the door, opens it. Huh. Well, so there is. So.
My pamphlets, Charles! My pamphlets!
So this is what happens when one does not diversify. See, we had all 5,000 pamphlets in one single place. So had we diversified into 2 or more places, then we could have had multiple locations and had...
Charles, I need those pamphlets for tomorrow.
Well, you're going to have to fight a penguin for them.
You have been printing my pamphlets somewhere that a penguin could get in and ravage them?
I don't know if the penguin got in so much as it got out.
It is inside the building.
Yes, but it is out of its cage.
You have a cage with a penguin in your printing building.
Right, because if we didn't have the cage, then this would happen a lot more often.
Why do you have a penguin in the building at all?
Well, it's much too warm out in Cleveland for a penguin to be anywhere else. This one has AC.
Why do you have a penguin?
Well, I think that's beside the point now.
It's all up in smoke, all of it. I can't do anything with this. I have meetings tomorrow. I have no pamphlets.
But
And
you
you are
5,000
useless.
hits of acid on the way.
Excuse me?
It's fine. I didn't smell anything.
Charles,
Yes.
I know that we've worked together for some time. And that
It
you
feels like centuries.
yes, more than that, I believe. And that you are well adjusting to modern life, which admittedly I am too in some ways. You're fired. I will go to this Kinko's and figure it out there.
The barista?
Goodbye.
All right, and because you set it, you get to decide if you think that went well for you, which I don't get to vote, but I would say you probably get a white die for that. Assuming Kinko's works out. What color die would you like to give yourself?
Me?
Yeah.
I mean, I lost my pamphlets,
Yeah, that's true.
but the pain in my ass is gone.
Right.
I am still here.
We've got drugs for that.
I'm gonna say white, I guess.
Okay. All right.
It's very interesting when it is hard to tell if you've won or if you've lost.
You're right.
That's kind of how our story's gotten so far tonight. Yes, it is penguin printing, which is don't sue us, please. All right. Frodo, would you like to set or resolve this your final scene?
I will set the scene
Okay.
between Charles and Simon. I assume this is somewhere in an alleyway or on the street nearby, discussing how I am out of a job.
Okay. Simon returns. He's carrying a long stick.
Well, I have good news. We don't have to worry about those pamphlets anymore.
Oh, that's fantastic. Kind of. Have you called your Bloody Mary distributor to cancel the large quantity of acid?
You see, the thing about that is that I don't think we need her.
Oh, good.
I think we can start our own pamphlet distribution service.
Sure. We could probably do that, yes. Do you know a lot of people who are in the market for pamphlets?
Well, no, that's the thing, is we can go door to door. And we can knock on their door and ask them if they've heard the good word. And then distribute some free literature to anyone who's willing to take it.
I am with you. I think this is a outstanding idea. I completely agree. The fact that we typically work at night may be a problem for getting people to answer their doors.
No, that's the thing.
Sure.
If we show up at inconvenient times, have things misspelled on the pamphlets, and things of that nature, then perhaps the ones who answer will be more gullible, and perhaps more likely to take the drugs. And see, by not mailing them out, we're immediately distributing them into the hands of the people who would be the most likely to use them. And if they aren't going to use them, it doesn't just end up in the trash. We could just move on to the next person.
So wait, are we
instead
trying
of
to
doing
distribute? Yes. Sorry.
And instead of doing 5,000 pamphlets, assuming that 4,000 of them are going to end up in the trash, we could do 1,000 pamphlets with 5 hits of LSD each.
I think this is brilliant, and I agree with you. I will ask. So, are we shifting to a drug distribution model because that's kind of what it feels like? And out of what was it that we were doing professionally before this?
I'm not really sure.
Yeah.
And as far as drug distribution, I see that more as a means to the end. See, you're my most loyal thrall,
Thank you.
but it's hardly the grandeur I feel I deserve.
Well, you deserve much more.
Exactly. And so for that, I feel like I need more than a thrall. I need a cult. I need a following.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Cult. I will help you start a cult. I think that's a great idea.
Fantastic. There's only one issue here.
Yes.
Without a source of income, we can't afford our duplex.
I could get. I was offered a job. I could get a job that I was offered, and I could pay the bills for you while you start your cult. Maybe.
Correct. Smaller than a cult. I could be a landlord. And you could be my first tenant.
Oh, okay. I think we're not allowed to sublease in the rental agreement, but
No. You would take over the lease. Or no. To avoid the red tape, I would sublet to you, but you already live there, so it wouldn't really be subletting now, would it?
No, I guess you're right. So I would just pay my rent to you. Um, is rent going up or is it gonna stay the same?
Oh, rent would absolutely go up.
Sure, I understand.
I would also, seeing as you would be, seeing as I would be living there, I would need plenty of groceries and things. Whether your name is marked on them in the fridge or not is totally fine. This isn't a roommate situation. I would just have my free reign.
Of course, sire. Yes.
So I think that's how we should do this.
Do we still need the printers?
Yes, we will still need the printers and we will still need all of that acid.
So would you like me to go fight this penguin for you?
Why? The penguin's done nothing wrong. He's just doing his own thing.
He okay, yeah. No, you're right.
And besides that, this whole printing operation just reeks of Emera. Let's outsource our printing.
That's a great idea. I've heard Kinko's does a really good job.
The bird?
No, not no. The printing company. They're a place you can outsource to, sire, if that is your wish.
Well, let's look into them straight away.
Of course.
And scene.
Okay. And since you said it, does everyone feel white dye or black dye? I think that went pretty well.
I mean, he got what he wanted out of it. Poor Simon. poor Simon.
Poor guy.
All right, Charles, you got yourself a white die.
I will take it.
All right. And patient, it is your final scene to set or to resolve. So.
Kind of thinking like we could resolve like a final scene between sort of everybody, as I think Amadeus has like a bunch of these things that are going on. He's got things to deliver to Amira. He's got things to deliver to Simon. He's got things to deliver to Charles. He's got things to deliver to other people. So I can think it's him just sort of tracking everybody down and just giving them their stuff. Just somehow he's managed to get this all in his head. He's like, okay, this person needs this person needs this person needs this person needs this.
Doesn't Fiasco generally resolve with like a montage?
We will actually, at the very end, right after the scene, we'll do a montage in how well things worked out for our characters, which we will figure out after the scene. But if you want to do no, we should save that for the ending montage. Is there any one person you wanted to have any conversations with before it ended? Or all three of us?
Yeah, I think throw everybody in the last scene there, because I don't really think anybody like stands out really too much. Since Amadeus just kind of like threw out everything, I think.
Okay.
I think some full circle where he has to deliver packages.
Okay. Are we gonna do short independent scenes, or are we gonna do like one grand denouement scene?
So,
go ahead.
I think this could play out since you have drugs to deliver to Emira and Charles. Simon could have been sent by Charles to Emira. Well, not to Emira, to Amadeus to pick up the 5,000 hits. Emira's picking up her drugs. Meanwhile, Simon and Emira could discuss their new business, their new career opportunities.
Yeah, I like what Jess suggested, that you just invite everyone to Starbucks so you can do all of your drug deals at once.
Oh, that's good too.
Yeah, I think that actually would probably pretty work. I don't think anybody's really much farther away than Starbucks than like a couple blocks.
Yeah.
This poor Starbucks. This poor birderista.
Okay. So I assume that Simon and Charles are sitting in a booth talking, and Emra's probably also there. Are you in your own booth, or are you just coming in?
I'm at one of the tables, like one of the little tiny, like 1 to 2 people tables, in between your guys' booth and the door.
Okay. And then
are we aware of each other's presence?
I would like to believe that I don't know Imra's there. But who knows? Charles and Imra might know that the other is there.
I imagine that if she noticed him, she's giving them the cold shoulders. So
hiding behind the newspaper.
So wait, you're telling me that this Kenku barista is fantastic at printing?
No, not this Kinku per se. And we pick up as Amadeus is coming in the door, I'm sure.
Yeah, coming in the door with just arms filled with just packages and bags and things, just things wrapped in paper, be it just like brown paper or newspaper or whatever.
Okay.
He's carrying things.
A lot of stuff.
Yeah, a lot of stuff. It's kind of looking over the packages for a place to kind of put things down. Find just like a table somewhere between, like, whoever's the closest table just drops all the packages like down onto the table. Like, oh, okay. I think I got everything. So let's go through all the different packages one at a time. I hasn't quite noticed everybody else is there yet. Despite probably being at like Amira's table at this point while he's going through the things.
hello, darling.
Yup.
Oh, hey, no, I don't work here. You want to talk to the guy behind the counter?
Amadeus. Hello.
Hey, you.
Hi. Yes, me.
Lady.
Yes.
Yeah. Feel like I got a thing thing for
You have
you.
a thing.
Yeah, not like that thing, but like a thing, like one of these things. Fuck.
Oh,
I should have put names on these.
yes. That,
You know,
that might have been smart.
That's the problem when you put in all the orders in your own damn name, man. Like, anyway,
I'm
one of these
really
is for you.
starting to doubt the wisdom of this.
I mean, wisdom had nothing to do with that. Like, I got those things taken out of my mouth when I was like 16. So yeah, like I don't know where that's coming
Nice
in.
chai for your drugs are in the alley.
Oh, all right then.
But you paper, the flyers, right? One of the fuck, what was it? Like 5K in the red stuff.
Yes.
Yeah, okay. I got that here. Puts down like this one package is just wrapped in like in a like a crepe paper, like just basic brown paper. All right, this is here. Don't open this, man. Like that's the ink is still kind of wet if you get my drift.
It's wet ink, and you stacked it all up on top of each other.
No, I not like actually wet ink, man. Like wet ink, as it makes it very obvious that he's like winking as he says the words wet ink.
Oh dear. Okay. Very, very well.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And you wanted the blues too, right? Like, yeah, periwinkle.
Well, I was
egg over here.
going to get them, but then a penguin ate them all. She shoots a really dirty look over at the other table.
I don't think penguin's a color they can do it in, but I can ask.
What?
Simon waves when you give a dirty look.
Oh, yes. Hi, Simon. Wait,
what?
what?
Yeah, anyway, there was like another 5K of the blue ones. I wasn't sure which, so I just got like 4 orders of the blues. I'm pretty sure you'll figure the shit out when you start going through it and looking at everything. Those ones aren't wet though. Those ones are nicely properly and collated, and I paid extra for that. Yeah, it cost me extra, so you gotta remember that. Now, are you the one that wanted? You're the one that wanted the lace. Did you want the laces or did you want the acid? I don't remember which one.
What?
You're not one of the witches. No.
No, I am not a witch.
Okay, then this isn't for you. Takes one of the packages off the table and puts it down. That's for them. You can kind of look like one of the witches. Anyway.
Really?
Yeah. So it could be
You
just
must
the
have
uniforms.
fabulous taste then.
Yeah. I don't know much about taste other than just a corporate mandate, but it is what it is. So I also said that next time you want to get your things done, that you need to. Notice he's wearing his pants again. This time he actually has shoes on. Take this. They need at least 48 hours for orders of this size. But if you do it ahead of time, they'll be able to cut you a 10% on the actual bulk order, because it's a bulk order and stuff like that. Or you can re-put it back into it being for express rush or whatever it is, man.
Right. Here's the thing, Amadeus. I don't actually remember asking you to order these for me.
No, I clearly heard it. You said, I need these in red in this count here, and I need it before tomorrow. That was what you said, right? And
to Charles, who I then just fired.
Well, Charles didn't.
Yeah, so technically those are mine.
Oh, so you okay? So I should give the bill to him then?
No. She keeps the bill.
No, the bill goes to him.
Okay. Because even if he's fired, somebody's got to pay for it.
Where's my severance?
He can have these. He can have the bill. You don't get severance because you didn't deliver on the deal.
Technically, I did.
No.
You did have the 5,000.
No.
You did have the 5,000 pamphlets, and
yes, and they fell to your pet penguin, which you failed to contain.
Did you
That
have
is
that penguin?
on you.
No, because we delivered you to the 5,000 pamphlets.
No, you did not even give
Whatever
me
happens,
one.
whatever happens to the pamphlets once you and them are in the same location is not
We
of
were
my
not in the
concern.
same location. They were inside. I never went inside.
Actually, that's a very distinct difference for legal purposes.
You were on the property.
No. The fault
If
was
something
yours
is
because it
delivered
was
to
your
your mailbox,
penguin. You were responsible for its safety. Or for
The
the
penguin was
pamphlet's
totally
safety
safe.
and the penguin's safety, quite frankly. And you failed in that, which means that it is your fault.
right, but last time I checked,
No,
I was your
no.
employee.
Simon, you
so
are
when you
lovely
fired
and
me-
adorable, and I wish you luck. But I am done. Amadeus, thank you for trying to be helpful. I am done. Goodbye, all.
Where is
Uh,
my severance?
Have a nice evening.
Walks out.
Okay, but you did take down her address for the bill, correct?
Yeah, I can bill her if you need me to.
Fantastic, fantastic. It's going to get all sorts of caught up in the legalese, but I mean, I did advise her to outsource.
Right, and in
Amadeus
the
like starts hauling everything over to your table.
hey, so how much do we owe you for all of this?
Don't ask questions you don't want to know the answer to.
He's just pulling out receipts after receipts from Kinko's. 10. Minus the commission. You know what? I'll just give you this. I'll let you sort it out because I'm done with hauling all this shit around, man.
Okay, we'll get it to you.
I trust you. My accountant's not really all that good. I mean, I'm not that good with money.
I have an idea. Have you heard of the word internship?
No, man. I know how that stuff is like. I know how that ends up, and I don't do good on leather couches.
No. What I'm saying is, I'm starting a cult. And we're going to need a lot of LSD. So what I'm thinking is, first one's free. And after that, they'll be hooked. So it's, in essence, what I'm asking for is for this one, for us to pay you in exposure.
I can't do that either, man. Like they gave me a warning last time, and if I get caught with that, it's like 3 years.
No. It's you won't need to worry about going to any schools or anything. I'm just saying you can have all the exposure that you want.
No, they told
I
me
don't
that
even
was the
require you to wear
problem,
pants.
man.
You don't need pants. We can get you some new shoes. We could even get you
Oh,
Crocs.
speaking of the shoes, he takes the shoes off, puts them back on your table. Yeah, it turns out that I actually had the acid you needed on me the whole fucking time, man. Fucking crazy coincidence.
Nice.
And we'll end the scene there.
Okay.
Did Amadeus get what they wanted by the end of the scene?
I mean, what was his goal, actually?
To deliver the packages, which he did.
All right, yes, yeah.
Mm-hmm. I mean, yeah. He didn't receive payment for them.
Yeah, that's my sticking point. But I have faith that Simon will send him a check for the lot of money they owe him. So
In their defense, I don't think Amadeus would notice if he did get paid.
I'm going to give you a white die because you did deliver your packages. And that's something. All right, everybody. So now you take your dice and roll dice equal to what you have earned throughout it. Subtract the lesser from the higher, and then let me know what color and what number you end up with. Oh, that's really unfortunate. It's not as bad as I thought it was.
This is dice from both the first half
Yeah.
and the second half, right?
Okay. Yeah. So you should be rolling 1 black and 2 white, and subtracting the lesser from the greater. All right. I will start with how mine ended up. I ended up with 5 white, which says, miserable. You are humiliated in a big way publicly. Whatever your reputation was that you had is now in dirty pieces all around you. You'll never think of these days without shuddering in horror at your own aggravated stupidity. So, keeping that in mind, we will do a montage after we all find out how well things went for us. And so, Ada, what was your total?
Exactly the same as you.
You got 5 white?
Uh-huh.
Okay. Yep. Miserable as well.
All right.
Frodo, what'd you get?
I got 10 white.
Nice. Really? Good job.
Yeah. 2 6s, a 2 on the white, and then a 4 on the black.
Not bad at all. All right. So you got not too shabby. You made it out with your dignity intact and through some fluke. There may even be a little profit or self-respect or something. Time to throw a little party, all for your friends. And Patient, what'd you get?
5 white.
5 white. You're miserable also.
That's okay. Amadeus was miserable when he started.
All right. So we will go through and narrate a montage. There is a system of doing it where you use the dice color you have as inspiration for the little montages. We can either do that or we can just do a short, like, this is what happened to the character kind of thing. It's kind of up to you guys. So
I can go either way.
I'm ambivalent.
Okay. We will just do a aftermath of how things are working out for our characters. In the last shot we see after the we have your acid scene. The last shot we see of Simon to open the ending montage is him delivering pamphlets door to door, and you can tell he is penniless as he was the one who paid for all of the drugs and pamphlets, and so he still has stacks upon stacks of pamphlets for the wrong business that he can't hand out that have acid on them. And yeah, he is paying like 3 times the normal rent to live with Charles and buying groceries. It's not doing too great, our character here. Ada, how about the closing scene of Imra?
For Emra, the last scene is that after losing every single one of her meetings and losing another connected scam, and basically her reputation in pyramid schemes is shot, she's getting up and moving to another city as fast as possible.
All right. We'll go to Patient because Frodo ended up with a good ending, so we'll end it on that. But Patient, what's the last scene that we see of Amadeus?
I think that Amadeus, like after this big setup that he did, that Amadeus actually kind of sort of achieved what he was setting out to do. He made these coordinations between just these these different groups and ended up getting what he was after from the Blood Witches in the end, which was this cure to try and become human. But unfortunately, in his just absolutely bonkers, drug-addled state that he's in, he sold it off thinking it was some other just product that somebody wanted to buy, and doesn't even remember that he got rid of it in the first place. And
That's
it's
so sad.
in the back of his little mind, it's just like, oh yeah, I got this thing, man. Like it's totally there. And he'll tell the great story about how he got this, this cure for lycanthropy from these witches. But anytime somebody tries to like bring it up or he goes looking for it, it's just not there in his mind. It's not there in anything he can find. And then he just goes off and does something else, just completely oblivious.
And Charles, how does things end for our friend Charles?
Charles is living comfortably. He hasn't seen much quality of life other than the fact that he no longer has to pay rent, pay groceries, work, and he still has some decent disposable income. So he's living pretty high on the hog, having managed to outsource his entire operation and let everyone else do the dirty work for him. So he and Pengy the penguin are living pretty happily. He managed to buy a cage that actually locks.
All right. Well, thank you guys for joining me. That was a lot of fun to tell, and
This was great.
Awesome to be part of. Thank
It
you,
was
audience,
ridiculous
for
and
joining
wonderful.
us. Yeah, right.
Have a good night.
All of the
Absolutely
fiascos are
nuts.
always crazy.
Mhm.
Yep.
Oh, that's
Have a
so
good night,
fun.
everybody. We will
Yes,
see you
have a good night.
guys tomorrow, I believe, for RNG RPG. Saturday for Shades of Scarlet. Sunday for Indie Bandits. We'll be seeing a lot more of you. But thank you guys for joining us. We love you. We appreciate you. And
Have a
be
good night.
sure, don't forget Solo But Not Alone 4. All right. Night, everybody. Bye.
Goodbye.
Bye.